Welcome, everybody, to the Jim Masters Show live. How are you and you and you? Thanks for joining us. It is Thursday night. Hope your week is going well, as best as can be. It's a pleasure to have you here on our live international entertainment lifestyle talk show series. I am your host, Jim Masters, and always a pleasure to see all these smiley faces. I see comments coming in already, which we absolutely love. It's been a very busy day here at Broadcast Central. We've been on the air pretty much all day long with our professional work, radio shows, and working on television projects as well. So really busy balancing that with our evening show here of light and love and levity, or as we call it here, lovity, which everybody seems to love. How is everybody? How are you guys doing? We, of course, toast you in style with our wonderful glass here. Now, tonight, just something light, just some organic iced tea, lemonade mix combo from Trader Joe's. I should really make them a sponsor. I've been talking about them a lot lately. Nice and refreshing. We love that. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are doing well. I just want to also show you something else, which is kind of cool. I'll tell you what this is about a little bit later. Would you like at this point to reach in and grab one of these fresh baked chocolate chip cookies that arrived in the mail with love from Florida today? Reach in. Why don't you just grab one? Go ahead. Take one or two or three. Well, maybe not three. I still want some. I've already had about 4 of them. I was able to make it over to the post office today, and I knew these were coming, and we're going to talk about where and all the rest. It's not a sponsor. It's a dear friend that sent them. Everybody's doing well here. Hope you guys are doing well. We do it in style, lights, camera, and action. So we say the Jim Masters Show is about to begin right now. And we are live. All your friends are here, of course. George Burns and Gilligan, Jimmy Silver, Len the Pandas over there. We will show the cast of characters later, but let's check in with all of you. We're bringing back the lost art of conversation. 25 weeks, night after night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Extraordinary guests, levity, food segments on location. We talk about everything you could possibly talk about, and we celebrate life together with an international audience of our viewers, or as we call them, lovities, from all around the world. Let's welcome some of them here, including the wonderful Christine Clifton. Good evening, Jim and Levity friends. We welcome Broadway actor, music director, MICHAEL McASSEY to the show. Levity Hall will sure have great music and entertainment tonight. And that's what everybody calls this, Levity Hall. I'm Mr. Levity, and you guys are Levities. It's good to see you, Christine, watching on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Kathy Short is here. Good evening, Jim and Levities from Cleveland, Ohio. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. You as well. It's so nice to see you, Kathy. Tesla Bella. Going to mention you soon, and you know why. Just can't say why yet. Hello, Jim and Michael. So happy to be here in Levity Hall with all the Levities. Yes, good to see you, my dear friend, Tess. And I can't wait to get to Florida soon to visit family and friends and come see you in South Florida. We'll have a lot of fun. Jennifer Barry, Couch Wiggles. She loves our theme show, the Jim Masters Singers and Orchestra, in the beginning and the end of our show. So in Allentown, Pennsylvania, Jen is always Zen, and she's always wiggling away to our theme. Ann Wozniak is here. Good evening, Jim and everyone. Still loving the amazing cookbook as well. Good to see you, Ann. Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas. Good evening, Jim and our lovedies. Love to see you when you're here, Marilyn, which is basically every night. Mary Bishop, hello, Jim and lovedies. Hope everyone is well. You as well, Mary. Willie is here from the Netherlands. We love Willie. Hello, Jim and lovedies. Have a nice evening. I like the ribbon. That's probably for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I would imagine, right? That's very beautiful. Willie in beautiful Holland. I hope to get back there soon. We were there last year and the year before for television projects. I hope to get back there soon. Hi, Jim and lovedies, to Merlin as well. I got those photos, Merlin. Thank you very much for our Halloween costume party we're having live on Saturday night on our YouTube channel. I hope you can join us for that. And we're going to include those, Merlin. Again, folks, send in those photos to jimmasterstv@gmail.com, jimmasterstv@gmail.com, so we can include them in our Halloween costume party episode that is coming up this Saturday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV. Marsha Murphy Watson, hello to all. Good to see you, Marsha, in Ohio. Greetings, Jimbo and lovedies from Christopher Joseph and Kathleen Walker in New York City. Hi, Jim. Hope you had a good day. You as well, Kathleen. And I know you're excited about Saturday as well. Juanita in South Africa. Always wonderful to have you here. Beautiful Juanita. Hello, Jim and everyone. Smiles from Tesla Bella. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, enjoying her retirement after 43 years working tirelessly at the University of Pittsburgh. Karen Ianni. Hi, everyone. How are the lovelies tonight? We are spectacular. Hope you are too, my friend. Karen in Pittsburgh. Sherry, Show and Line is here. Hi, Jim and all lovelies watching on YouTube. Good to see you, Sherry. Toasting. Whenever I show the glass, everybody toasts. Toasting to you, Jim, and the best to Michael, too. And toasting and yummy. I know those cookies. Yes. Oh, my God. LOL. No teasing. Jim, you're such a tease. Yes, I have heard that before. And we like to have fun here on our show. And Kathleen, ooh, cookies. I know you guys love food. No, I have a diet, no cookies. Tiffany, thank you very much. And Tiffany, thank you for that call. That was very, very beautiful. Your message yesterday was beautiful. And I have to call you back. I've been just swamped in the last 24 hours, but I'm going to call you back. Thanks for that random call. That was beautiful, my friend. You're a good cookie yourself, Tiffany, there in Chicago. Thank you so much. Welcome to Levity Hall, Michael. So happy you're with us. We need smell-o-vision, I know, for the cookies. Hugs from Chicago. Hope you're well. You too, Tiffany. And Juanita says, yummy. Yeah, the cookies. We'll tell you about the cookies in a second. Marianne Lapinto is here. Greetings, Marianne, and howdy. And Renee in Iowa says, hello. Good to see you, Renee. Colleen, hi from New Jersey. Colleen. Carmen, good to see you here on the show. Everybody's saying hello to everybody. Sharon DeMaria, happy Thursday evening. Good to see you in Connecticut, Sharon. And good stuff, good stuff. And Marcia is in North Carolina, of course. And good evening, Jim and all the lovelies. Francis is here. And welcome Michael to Lovely Hall. We're going to do that right now. Let's welcome Michael to the show. He is extraordinary. He's as we mentioned, a Broadway actor, music director. He's been doing this work for a number of years, and he truly is an extraordinary talent. And he's a fun guy too. We were having some great conversation before we went live, and we've got some really cool pictures. I mean, how could you not love a photo like that or like that? That's somebody who wants to have fun, just like me, and we absolutely love it. He's critically acclaimed. He's a conductor. He's an award-winning cabaret entertainer, and we are going to talk about his life, his experience. He loves the art of performance, and it's my honor to welcome him to our show. He's also at the piano, so he's going to be playing for us here as well. So there's some great music. Don't go anywhere. Great conversation, inspiration, positivity, levity, music, and so much more. Michael, welcome to the show, my friend. How are you?
I'm good, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now
I love all the people. I'm talking to everybody. I'm like, wait, look, it's so exciting.
That's it. Well, welcome. And I love the color scheme you've got. It blends in with our sort of Chinese lantern background.
Yes, it does. It's very colorful.
toasting you. Welcome to our
Oh,
show. Good
I
evening.
am toasting you.
Look at the
Can you see
size
it
of
in the
that
light? There, in the
glass.
light, there it is. It's great. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all color coordinated. That was not planned. It just happened. But
Yeah. Take a sip.
oh, that is not water. Okay.
I didn't think so, but I noticed it's a very big glass. It goes this way.
Uh-huh.
And it's probably one of those ones where you put down and all of a sudden it constantly refills itself somehow.
Ooh,
You've got somebody
I'm
down
okay
there
with that.
that refills it.
Well, that's a thought, but not lately.
Good to have you with us. Now,
Thank you
you
for having
are
me.
actually not home. Really cool story. You were visiting a friend in Atlantic City in March for just a couple weeks or so, and you haven't left. You've been there 8 months later due to everything going on. Tell us about this.
Well, it's one of my best friends that I've known for like over 35 years. I used to work in Atlantic City a lot, like on the weekends, going piano bar days and stuff. I had actually was in New York City, and then when Broadway shut down, all of a sudden, everybody just kind of went, okay, wait. I was about to start working at a new restaurant across the street from the Schubert Theater because they wanted some Broadway show tune music. Since Broadway was going to close, the restaurant was going to open to half capacity or whatever. And so that everything stopped. And so my friend Lynn had just moved into this big, fabulous beach house. Now I say Atlantic City, but it's technically Brigantine Island, which is just across the bridge from Harrah's. And so the people that live in Brigantine are annoyed when I tell people that, they live in Atlantic City. I just made it easier. But Lynn said, come on down. So I just grabbed a bag, jumped with my gloves and my mask and my 2 cans of Lysol and took the Greyhound bus down in March thinking, all right, well, I'll come hang out with her for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah. So how many closets have you helped her reorganize during all of this?
Well, reorganize. The bad part was in the early days, I used to shop in the middle of the night on Facebook. You go through Facebook and I'm going, oh, look, I could use that. What is it?
Yeah.
And at the time,
and then what is it?
Yeah. Well, and at the time, unemployment was kind of helping us out for a little while. So all of a sudden, I'm going, oh, thank God, there's money. All right, well, I can buy this, I can buy that. And I just shipped it home to my apartment. I have no idea. I'm going home in 2 weeks. I have no idea what I bought. Like I'm going to walk in. My roommate had piled all the boxes from Amazon since March in front of the TV in the living room. And he sent me a picture and I'm like, I look like I was on an episode of Hoarders. So, but it'll be fun because it'll be an early Christmas because I don't know what I bought. But anyway.
Yeah.
Because I was here with like nothing. Luckily, she has a 3rd floor that is for her teenage grandsons to hang out. Well, I took it over and it's now my studio. A friend of hers loaned us a keyboard. And then I, started buying things I never knew I needed to buy. A ring light, a microphone, so who knew? But anyway, voila, here I am.
Voila, you here by the good graces of God, etc. You
always,
are here. Jennifer Barry says, hey, Michael. Bernadette says, hi, Jim and my lovely friends. Welcome to Michael.
Well, thank you.
Skin in California says, hello, everyone. I'm a bit late. Well, we're glad you're here from California. Kathy Short, hello, Michael. Welcome to the land of Lovity.
Thank you all.
Christine Clifton, welcome to Lovity Hall. You're now a Lovity. You are now officially one of our Lovities.
Do we get T-shirts?
We're working on that, and mugs and hats and all that other crazy stuff. I don't know, maybe because I'm a wordsmith and a broadcaster or old school, but I still haven't come down to say the word merch. I like saying the word merchandise items.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. And
Willie says, Michael, welcome to the Jim Masters Show, the best show in the world. Thank you, Willie.
All right, then.
Holland in Netherlands, where it's 1 a.m. and she's watching. Christopher in Ohio, welcome, Michael. Renee in Iowa, welcome, Michael. Merlin in Canada, and sounding and looking good. Hello, Michael. Marianne Lopinto is here.
I know her.
We love Marianne as well.
Marianne.
Absolutely. Juanita in South Africa. Welcome to the
Wow.
show, Michael and Wozniak. Welcome, Michael. Looking forward to an exciting evening. She is here as well. Kathleen in New York City. Welcome, Michael. Marilyn in Wichita, Kansas says hello. Ralph in Indiana saying fun and dandy. Hello, all. Marsha
Hi,
Murphy
Uncle Ralph.
Watson. Yeah, North Carolina. Welcome to Liberty Hall, Michael. And welcome to the show, Michael, from Mary Bishop in Florida and Merlin in Canada. Welcome to Liberty Hall, Michael. Oh, you're a two-fisted drinker, huh?
I am. And I feel, first of all, I feel so welcome. This is like, I mean, this is great. You were talking about merchandise. I call it now merch because I'm down here now, I started to do a Sunday night show called Open Mac. Right. Here's my merch. Look, we got merch. Thanks to Billy Stritch and the company that he uses. So we got Christmas ornaments. So yes, your merchandise, you can call it whatever you want, but your merchandise should be on the way, and they're lovely people. So
see, I get paid by the letter and the word. So saying merchandise, I get an extra 20 cents, I think.
It's worth it. It's worth it. You get more hooch.
That's when you do voiceover work. So how are you? How have you been? And you've obviously been adapting to the craziness of what's been going on, right? Because normally you would be, doing your thing within the venues and everything, right?
Yeah, it was. It's been strange, and like we talked a little earlier. It's like it's a whole new world of. Yeah. I didn't know what a ring light was. Who knew? I'm learning technology. Thank God. My friend Lynn has a 12-year-old grandson who helped set me up. You need a 12-year-old around to set up all this stuff because they can tell you exactly, what goes where. Mm-hmm. But literally up until I came down here and before everything stopped in New York, I had been hosting a show called Piano Bar Live that we started back in a year ago, August. And we started the duplex and then we moved to Brandy's Piano Bar, which is on the Upper East Side in New York. My friend Scott Barbarino, who was going to produce it, and he said, we're going to do this and we're going to film it live on Facebook. And I was like, we're going to what?
Yeah,
this was a year ago. Nobody knew what this was. So he goes, well, you just do your thing. We'd get like 3 or 4 guests every week. We would let the studio audience come in. They didn't have to pay. They could just come in and have a drink or two. And literally for an hour, I was behind the piano. I'd host. I'd do a couple numbers. I'd bring somebody up. They'd do a couple numbers. And this was extremely successful. And we actually won the MAC Award, which is a New York nightclub award. It's like the Oscars of New York cabaret.
Right, sure.
I keep forgetting. You're international. So I say MAC Award. People are like, what? But we won Show of the Year.
Well, they're looking at your last name and saying the MAC Award.
I know. Well, and I go by Mac because there's usually too many Michaels in the room. Oh, look, hello. Well, thanks.
Exactly.
Oh, you're on it.
We're professionals here at our show.
And what's not funny, the MAC Awards happened virtually. I still have a beautiful blue tux that I bought that's hanging in my closet, ready to go to the MAC Awards on March 30th. Now it won't fit me, but that's a whole nother story.
Well, there is that whole thing, 6 feet apart from each other and 10 feet from the refrigerator. Yeah, we all have to. Hey, I mean, when people are sending you homemade chocolate chip cookies.
Listen, I saw that while I'm sitting here. I was in the virtual green room, and I was just like, I am so hungry right now.
I've gotten Stroop waffles from the Netherlands. I've got cookbooks. There's another cookbook that's being sent. I've got chocolate chip cookies. Dream of Denver.
It's good to be the king.
She's Denver, from Dream of Denver, his wife, who was a guest and really wonderful. And it's when you get an opportunity to engage with people, it's an absolutely beautiful thing. When March happened and you were going to visit, your friend there in Atlantic City, were you in the midst of a lot of different projects that were sort of happening and then they all stopped?
They all faded away. Yes. Besides the Piano Bar Live, there's a fabulous restaurant in New York City next door to the Winter Garden Theater on Broadway called Ellen's Stardust Diner. And it's all singing waiters. It's like people wait in line outside 2, 3, 4 hours. Ellen owns that, but she also was a big fan of Piano Bar Live, and she had 2 other restaurants. We were just about to move and do a different night. We had like 3 or 4 nights set up at 3 different locations in Manhattan.
Yeah.
And it was great. And literally, it was like we took a big breath and, hey, we're going to start on March 7th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm got to go lay down now. So, and everything stopped. I was to spend the summer in Provincetown, Massachusetts at a club. That went away. Everything and everybody stopped. Yeah. And then going back to Piano Bar Live, what was so interesting and about it was the fact all of a sudden in January and February, we were the only thing on Facebook, like going live and now having this. And then in March, everybody's on Facebook.
They're streaming live their goldfish in the bowl for 24 hours.
Yes, well, and it's great. And in a lot of ways, it's the only way some people can live, to play a little bit and get some tips. But even the people that would normally want to tip can't afford to tip. We get it. It's like, I always feel bad asking for tips because it's like, we'll play stuff, but then every once in a while you kind of go, well, unemployment's not so hot anymore. And so it's like, you gotta, we do what we can. And there are people you
try to be subtle.
Yes. It's good. My fish died. So here's the fish bowl. Oh, the fish died.
But GoFundMe for a replacement goldfish.
Exactly. But it's like everybody and every business
is doing it.
Stopped. So we're trying to find out how to circumvent. You're lucky in a way, not lucky, but it's like you're already like in that world of the TV and technology and radio and voiceover. So now all of a sudden, everyone's trying to figure out how to do all this different stuff to say, but you were ahead of the curve because you've been there already. So, but yeah, it's odd.
People have asked me to do this type of show for years, but I've always been so busy hosting all the other professional shows that I do in TV and radio and then when it happened, and I didn't do it like right away, I was still a little hesitant. I'm like, do I have time? It's a real commitment. And plus also, doing the work professionally, I didn't want to just throw lights on and just not deliver quality. Yep. And of course, and we've come along too, and everybody fine tunes and comes along, but because we're not in a television studio or big, we built a home studio here. But so I even delayed and waited till May to kick something off and just gingerly started doing it, talking to the cameras, stuff like that. And then it went from there, but it is a big commitment and it does, especially every day of the week doing it. But, and
that's what I wanted. Like your viewers and everybody's so lovely and are so with you, which is that in itself is a credit because it's just great that you've got as many people as you have and they're so interactive because that just makes everything work. But what I told you that I'll say in front of them is the fact that you have everything else you do and you're doing this 7 nights a week, 7 different finding guests. I told Jim in when we were chatting before, when we would do Piano Bar Live, it was once a week, and we had a hard time sometimes finding guests for that week. So how you can, I don't have a hat on, but I'll tip your hat to yourself because just the fact that you're doing that is monumental. So,
Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, sir. Would you like one of the chocolate chip cookies? If I could give it to you.
Just stick it in the email. I'll eat it here.
You just print it out, right?
Oh my God. 3D printing.
3D printing. So I know you've been excited about the show and coming on the show, and you've watched episodes of our show as a viewer, and I really appreciate that. And I love the fact that you've done that. I think it's really cool to do that, Michael. Let's go back in time a little bit, which I love to do because I like our viewers, and I do this in my professional work too, to really get an essence and a sense of who you are, not just the guy sitting at the piano, but what makes you tick? What are some of the things that inspire you? Why do you do what you do? So early on for you, And again, the other one that wants to know about you is George Burns, of course.
because
He's
he was
here.
there.
He was there, and he's listening intently to make sure all the names are correct.
George.
George. Were you always the kid that was sort of the entertainer in the house, or were you inspired by others in the house? Tell us about your early.
No, it's kind of frightening because I do remember, and like I'm the kid that rounded up the kids in the neighborhood to put on shows and the circuses and let's get the animals and do it. You know, the annoying kid that.
I wanted you to go back further. I wanted you to go back to the minute you were born. What were you doing then?
Let's see. I was born in a log cabin. Not too far from the truth. I'm from Illinois, just outside of Chicago. I tell people I'm from Chicago. Again, I'm from Wheaton, Illinois, which is still the home of Wheaton College and Billy Graham Museum and all that. So when you're in Wheaton, it was a dry town. So you always knew when you were outside the city limits because there was liquor store, bar.
I thought you meant it had low humidity.
Oh yeah, you're that too. So, you know, when you tell people, you know, I'm from Chicago, and they're like, no, you're not, you're from Wheaton. I'm like, well, it's the same thing with like Brigantine Island and Atlantic City. We're in the neighborhood. Or
Edgewater, New Jersey, and you say the greater New York area, right?
Yes, exactly. So I always did stuff. I watched, you know, Carol Burnett and the Tony Awards before I even really knew what they were. And, you know, my dad, the football playing jock, would walk through the house and go, "What's that crap you're watching?" You know, all that. until 30 years later, he came to visit me at my lovely home in Aspen, Colorado and spent Christmas. And he went, I guess you were on the, that was nice to be able to go, "Hi, Dad, want to come stay at my house?" You know? But anyway, the whole Chicago connection, I started there. When I was 16, I apprenticed at a dinner theater, Pheasant Run Playhouse, which was back in the 60s and 70s. There were a lot of theaters all over the country where stars and not so much stars anymore, you know, would hit the road and go do shows and musicals. And, you know, you could see Ann Miller and Mickey Rooney. And so I worked and I got to I was an apprentice. That means you clean the toilets, you stand backstage, you get coffee. You're just happy to be in the room.
So not the celebrity apprentice.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. That would be scary though, wouldn't it?
You're fired.
It's like so going back to George Burns and Gilligan, my first like name or star that I got to work with was Bob Crane, who was Hogan on Hogan's Heroes.
Yes.
And he was sort of standoff. You know, you're all afraid of, first of all, I was a 16-year-old kid. He's not going to talk to me until the day that I was supposed to. It was a play and he was a detective. And at a very high point of the show, he needed to open a drawer and pull out a gun. I forgot to put the gun in the drawer before the show. So then he spoke to me.
And do you recall what words were uttered?
I can't say them here.
Okay.
There are children listening.
There's too much levity here that
yeah, we do not want to mess with the levity, Juju. So and then it made up for it because my next show was with the incredible Martha Ray, who could not have been sweeter, and we hung out, and she would go sing jazz at the nightclub next door after the shows and stuff. Just great people. So I started out just starting to figure out, and I'm going, well, this is what I want to do. I don't know anything else. And so it just kind of snowballed from there. So
yeah,
you know,
that's beautiful. I mean, that's incredible. That's a great, I mean, what would you say would have been the early big break for you? Or is there one moment that really opened up those doors for you, Michael?
Well, Marriott's Great America opened a big theme park back in the day, and it was like early on. And it was like a huge deal to get in the show. I started that kind of pushed me forward to a couple of other theme parks, or 6 shows a day, 6 days a week, but you meet incredible people. Liz Calloway, who's a big Broadway star, was in the shows with me. I grew up with her and her sister Ann Hampton Calloway, who you may be familiar with.
She was a guest on the show.
Yes. I saw that. So we all sort of grew up together and did shows, and we all, Karen Mason, another one of my good friends, and I, a guest, Karen, Ann, Brian, Liz, there was this whole Chicago contingent that moved to New York City within like a month and a half of each other. And that had kind of pushed me forward into moving into New York. And right before I left, I had played Jesus in the Chicago company of Godspell, which back then that was a big deal. Back then, to be in Godspell was like being in Hamilton now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. If you weren't in Godspell, you were in Hairspray.
Oh, right. Well, that came later, but yeah. I said, oh, Lordy. But yeah.
You played Jesus? Oh, Lordy. That's I like that. We should have you do that every single time we say something.
I do nothing if I don't beat a dead horse. Let's do it again. Do it again. Okay, it's not funny anymore.
Do it backwards. Can you do it backwards?
No. No. Thank you for asking, but no.
We told you
to get a hat.
I'm
fixated on your hat now, just so you know.
This hat, I tell you, this I've changed. I got a ton of hats, and there's only a few times I've been able to wear them on television, because if I'm doing something where this isn't the look, I'm in a suit and tie and short hair and the whole bit, something different. But this particular hat I've had for a while, and I flipped it on and said, maybe I'll wear it once in a while. And when I don't wear it, I'll get all of the where's the hat? Where's the hat? We love the hat. So, hey,
I get it.
So, you've been doing okay. You've been hanging in there.
Knock wood.
How have you kept positive? I know I've talked to a number of artists who've been telling me, some are dear friends, some meeting for the first time, and they've said things like, Jim, this was supposed to be my biggest year, 2020. I've had all these things lined up. We've worked so hard. I was booked here and booked there, and I had all this incredible stuff lined up, and it all came to a crashing halt. And some, now that we've gone into this 8 months, and now we're obviously headed here in the United States significantly and globally in the wrong direction as winter comes, flu season, all these things. Some of them are experiencing depression, anxiety, the lack of the energy of the audience, the lack of being able to really express themselves. Some saying they're liking this online thing, but yet they've done it for a while, but some are giving up on it. Some find it too much work. Some say it's not giving them the juice of the real on stage, real connection with people.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and even when they've come on here, it's for some of them, there's nothing they've been able to do until they've come on here, and they've said it's sort of perked them up and gave them an idea to start creating again. How about you, Michael? How have you been dealing with all the emotional aspects of the roller coaster of everything that's going on as a creative person that you are?
Well, I was lucky to fall into where I did, with one of my best friends, and I kind of call her like my second mom, but she'd kill me if I said. And she takes. We're down here. We're lucky that she had just gotten this big, fabulous beach house for her family and grandkids, so that everybody could have their own rooms, just in time for no one to be able to come visit. Yeah. So for the first few months, and so we were each other's. But you're on the couch, and again, at the beginning, all of us, we thought, oh, okay, a month or two. All right, we'll be okay by May. Okay, we'll be okay by August. So, and you can't help but everybody that I talked to, I thank God I didn't stay in my apartment in New York, but I know lots of people that stayed in their tiny, tiny apartments in New York City. And at least I was here, and we could get in the car with our masks on and drive to the beach, So I lucked out as far as that goes. But watching how the depression kind of comes and goes, you kind of go, all right, I'm lucky, I'm here, we're going to do this. We find outlets like this. Like I said earlier, I had hosted Piano Bar Live in person, and then when we all went in quarantine, the producer said we're going to start doing this online. So I did a few episodes of that, and that's why I got the studio set up that I have here and the keyboard. And it didn't work as well for me because I used to be in the club at the piano, do a couple of funny songs, bring up a couple people, they'd sing. And it was that interactive thing. This was totally different. And everybody had their own tracks. So I would record their song, email it to them a couple days before. They'd play it back and sing. And it was nice to be able to have people singing and be involved. So because of that, I dropped out of doing Piano Bar Live because I decided to do my own show, which I don't know if you saw my merch, but I do open Mac on Sunday nights. And that helped. It's a setup like this, and people come on and I could talk to them. And we at least, felt like we were all in the same, and for me creatively, I was able to sing and perform.
Sure.
I couldn't hear any of the applause or anything. Now, cut to like August, September, there's a theater down here, and they got permission to set up a backyard piano bar. The microphone was on another stage. The piano was on a stage. Everybody was masked. The tables were all spread out in the backyard. And I have to tell you, the minute I started playing and finished the song and there was applause and laughter, and it was just like, it was all of a sudden I went, okay, this is going to be okay. We'll figure it out. But in the meantime, baby steps. And it just changed the fact that people could actually get involved. And also, cutting back to the city, I'm watching my friends that were in the city, the piano bars, Don't Tell Mama on 46th Street, Brandy's on the Upper East Side, the Duplex. They were able to figure out, New York gave most of the restaurants and stuff outdoor dining, so you could at least put tables, you could sit and eat in the gutter, basically. You're eating in the gutter.
You are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then slowly, like Don't Tell Mama they'd play the piano inside in the piano bar and they'd pipe it out to the street. And then they moved and got an electric keyboard and they set it to out on the front patio. So again, they spaced everybody out. At Brandy, same thing. They've got the piano playing inside. The waiters will bring you, your cocktails and stuff in the gutter, and will then stand there on the sidewalk and sing. And just everybody's figuring it out so that there's at least some live, there was some interaction. So all these little things kind of help defeat the depression that you can get to when you go, I'm never going to work again. What are we going to do? And then also to that end, you're like, when I think of all the places that I play in New York, and most of them are restaurants and clubs that revolve around Broadway being open and tourists.
Yeah.
And I don't, so you start to think about that too much and then you start getting a little depressed. So I'm looking for the little glimmers of hope, and they're out there. So it's just, everybody's figuring out how to make it work for them.
Exactly. Have you been sleeping? Or a lot of people are saying they're not sleeping well.
That goes up and down when you start thinking about stuff.
I agree. Me too. Yeah.
It's like with all of us, and I don't care what you do or where you are, you're going to have a few good days, and then all of a sudden something's going to hit you and like, I want to go to do this. I can't do that. I want to go see. I can't
see the family.
And then it,
relatives, nothing. Yeah.
Slams you back down for a minute, but then you just got to keep hanging on going, you know what? It's a cliche, but we're all in this together, some more than others. I'm grateful and lucky that New York City, knock wood, has kept numbers down.
Yeah. The Northeast has been very good.
They've had a few, like the outer in Queens and a couple other places. There have been some neighborhoods that were like not, so it's just, vote, people vote. I don't care who, just vote. Well, that's all I'm saying.
Like I've been saying, the most important 4-letter word in society is love. But right now, the second most important 4-letter word is VOTE.
I'll drink to that.
I'm
switching.
See, that thing does refill. It does refill.
Yeah, but now I want to get a little guy that does that for you. And you gave me an idea. So I'm like, where's the...
Yeah. I had an illusionist on the show, hypnotist illusionist. And it was funny. He had this glass and it kept getting refilled. And I said, do you have somebody that's a little person there that's like hidden below camera sight that is refilling it? Because magically it just for 2 hours or whatever, the thing was just refilling. It should have been empty.
Did he give you one?
Bobby Horowitz is here. Bobby.
Hi, Bobby Horowitz. I know her.
We love Bobby.
I just realized now, I don't know how I'm blind as a bat and I have my glass. So I'm realizing I can see comments, but I have to kind of go like, your great grandfather. What did that say?
And I tend to read them aloud for us. Artists are finding ways to present their work in safe, creative ways, allowing them the show to go on.
Yeah.
Bobby Horowitz, hi, Jim Masters. Thank you very much. Love and vote. Jennifer Barry voted.
Me too.
Marion says third mask. And Juanita says, what crazy times we live in. Luckily, humans are so adaptable.
Most of us.
There's a few that are not. Yeah. Francis, okay, Michael, what are you drinking? Water is not cutting it for me. He said it wasn't water. That's all he said is it's not water.
It's not water. Usually it's like lemonade or apple juice. Till later.
Exactly. Some other beautiful comments coming in here. Sherry, Mr. Levity is absolutely amazing. One of the hardest working guys we know. We're so thankful for him. So thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Christopher says, for you, Michael, what a delightful man. Fantastic.
Oh, your check is in the mail.
Check is in the mail as well. We love that. Bernadette, Jim brings us fantastic entertainment, great fun, great style, plus levity. Thank you very much. Smiles and all kinds of icons coming in, or emojis. I keep saying icons, but now
they're fish. They're fish.
From Willie in Holland. Absolutely. I think we kind of cool. Everybody's they voted. Cool stuff. Marsha voted. Renee voted. Merlin said, I'm Canadian, but interested on who's going to be voted in. I think
Merlin, will you adopt me?
The entire world is voted. Yeah. Depending on what happens, Merlin, we might be moving to Canada.
I'll live in the backyard, Merlin. It's okay. We'll put a piano.
No, we can't.
Oh, yeah, they won't take it.
The border's closed. So they built their own wall.
I don't blame them.
We built one with Mexico and Canada closed. See, that is funny. How about we do a song? We mix things. We've got photos, we've got videos, we've got a lot of different things here.
You have, bless your heart, our friend Ralph is hooked us up, and I had started looking a couple months ago. I kept thinking, I need to write down what I did when, and I kept thinking, so I'd start to compile, like, where was I? I was in Chicago in the 70s, and then this came up, and it just exploded. So the last few days, you have so much. Can I say crap? You have so much crap that I found in files and folders. I'm just sending it. You just
people sent us so much stuff. I haven't even had to have a chance to have dinner yet.
No,
it's
sorry.
Unbelievable, Michael. I mean, all I've been able to have are
you son of a gun.
Cookies. Reach in, grab one. Grab one. Go ahead, grab one.
I want one.
Cookies. All right.
You're terrible.
Are we live yet?
I thought this was the pre-show.
This is just the warm-up, folks. You know us. This is just the warm-up. What would you like to intersperse in our phenomenal conversation here to our international audience? Michael, what would you like to tickle the ivories with, song-wise?
Well, I probably will do like a number that I usually kind of open a set with, or a show it just kind of, cute and perky. And it was written by Mark Shaman, who wrote Hairspray, a show very close to my heart and to my high heels. And it was sung by Harry Connick Jr. and was nominated for an Oscar from Sleepless in Seattle. However, nice. I believe it lost the Oscar to Celine Dion and Titanic. I think that was the same year. But
we also have wonderful greetings coming in from Isigari, who is in Barcelona, Spain.
Barcelona.
Yeah, Barcelona. Really, really nice. So, sir, we will pass it over to you. Delight us as you tickle those ivories, and then we will be back with more light levity and levity with you and yours truly.
No pressure. I
remember the days of just keeping
wasting time of hanging around in sleepy towns forever. Back roads empty for miles. Well, you can't have a dream, I got it to fit. When I saw you, I knew we'd go together, like a wink and a smile. Leave your old jalopy by the railroad track. We'll get a hip double dip tip-toppy 2-seat Cadillac, so you can rev her up, but don't go slow. It's only green lights and all rights. Let's go together, like a wink and a smile. Cookie break. We'd go together like a wink and a smile. Nail break. Give me a wink and a smile. Now my heart hears music, such a simple song. Sing it again, the notes never end. This is where I belong. Just the sound of your voice, the light in your eyes. So far away from yesterday, together, like a wink and a smile. We'd go together, like a wink and a smile. Thank you.
Very nice. Very nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. See, you look happy doing it. You look happy.
Yeah, it's happy. I make the joke of we bring you down, we bring you back up again, because make no mistake, I love singing not sad, depressing songs, but like very romantic,
Yeah.
I like to do them all, but a lot of times it's just more fun when people are hanging out and drinking just to be perky.
Tonight's word is perky. Exactly. Marcia Watson in North Carolina says, bravo.
Oh, thank you.
Christopher in Ohio goes, awesomeness. And Anne in SoCal says, bravo, Michael.
Thank you very much.
Bravissimo. Woo. From yeah, she stole your word. That's how you started everything.
Woo-hoo! No, I'm looking at the costume. It's a pig. It's a little pig with a mask on with a snout. It's adorable. Where's the other guy?
Kathy Short says, love it. She's never short of kind comments.
Yeah, that was for you.
Very nice from Willie, who's still up with us at almost 2 a.m. in Holland.
Wow.
And Jen in Allentown, Pennsylvania is zen.
All right.
You made her zen. She had a rough week. She had a flat tire earlier this week. So now she's zen. Nothing like a flat tire, right, Michael?
You calling a flat tire.
So, and we're back.
Is this live? Am I on? How am I doing?
Oh, how am I doing? Somebody said that once in politics, didn't they? Who's the one that said, how am I doing?
Oh, wait. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Don't tell me. Different show. Christine Clifton, fabulous, my friends, and I loved it. Bravo. Thanks. Mary Ryan in Connecticut. She lives in Trumbull, Connecticut. Bravo, Michael.
Thank you.
Francis, clap, clap, clap. Bernadette. Yes, thank you, Michael. My daughter was Wilbur in Charlotte's Web. They incorporated masks into the costumes.
Okay, that's adorable and so timely.
Very cool. The mask, they were ahead of the curve, right? Wow. Exactly. Bobby Horowitz says, love it.
Atta girl.
Ann Wozniak, bravo. Merlin, claps, claps, claps. Love, love, love with the heart. Francis says, great, Michael. Juanita in South Africa says, bravo. And it's like, almost 2 a.m. where she is in South Africa, and she's a real diehard. So good stuff, and much more to come, folks. Much more to come. Isigari, I'll let you take that one, Michael.
But thank you. I know part of that, but I know Encanto with an E, and I work at a club in Puerto Vallarta called Encanto with an I.
Right. And when you don't want to be seen, you're incognito, right?
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm beating that horse. He's almost dead.
That's it. Keep it going. Keeps him awake. Keeps him alive. Bobby says, Holland. Wow. Yes, we have Holland, South Africa, Brazil, Australia, Japan. We've heard from Iceland. The only places we haven't had a viewer thus far, we're working on it. So if you have any relatives, certainly tell them. Arctic Circle, Antarctica. And I'm not talking about your aunt that's married to Uncle Harry.
I'm going to say, are there ants?
Piano, please. Piano. Dun-dun-dun.
Sorry, I was slow.
I'm gonna have to get a pre-recording of that and press that every time when you're not here. Press that when I say something.
I used to have a little plastic box that had 4 buttons on it, and I used to, when I was playing auditions for Broadway in New York, people would come in, and it had a laugh, it had the boom, and then it had. So when the girls came in for their dance callbacks, we hit the button. Anyway, we'll have to get you one.
Did you lose the whoopee cushion, or you still have it?
I didn't know I had one. I must have lost it. Oh, and the little box, I just flashed on the name. It was called Intercomedy.
As opposed to intra. Karen in Pittsburgh says, you guys are making me smile. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear, right?
That's the whole point.
That's the whole point. Sherry says, what a fun song. Love it, which is really, really nice. Jennifer cuts to the chase. Hey, when you're broke, flat tire is crap. Well, it's true. She had that flat tire. Bobby Horowitz says, South Africa, whoopee. Yes. South Africa. Willie says, I want more. I want more. I want more. How do you like it? How do you like it? No, that's more. Christopher, Andrea, True Connection. Michael, is that an A flat to D? From Christopher.
Let's not get technical.
Well, Willie says she's up late into the evening of almost 2 a.m. Did you want to tickle us with something else? And then we've got videos of music. We've got all kinds of cool stuff. Did you want to do something else for us live while you're there?
Well,
the fingers are warmed up.
Am I warmed up?
Well, they are warmed up. Yeah, your fingers, I'm sure, are very warmed up.
I'll do a little of this too. You do have a couple vids that it's nice because then I can just kind of go, oh, to play that.
Yeah. You know what? I think we'll lose all the vids and just have you do everything live.
If you knew how long I edited last night, I don't.
Hey, wait, we could read lips here. But
I'm afraid to move.
Ooh. That's it.
Like a deer caught in the headlights. You asked for this, right?
We asked for it.
I didn't just start playing because I felt like it. Didn't.
So 3.
I actually wait to be invited.
Yeah. And now I'll give you an intro. And now live on the stage here at the Jim Masters Show, live the incomparable Michael McASSey.
I know, it's so funny when you get to, because I grew up with that. Everybody goes, and now it's time for Michael
McASSey.
Mac, and I would just yell out, Beth.
Michael McManawer.
Well, I'm going home soon, so this is. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood, have a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. Not lately, but I'm taking a Greyhound on the Hudson River line. I'm in a New York City state of mind. I've seen all the movie stars and their fancy cars and their limousines. Been high in the Rockies under the evergreen. But I know what I'm needing, and I don't want to waste more time. I'm in a New York state of mind. It was so easy living day by day, out of touch with the rhythm and blues. Now I need a little give and take. The New York Times, the Daily News, goes down to reality. And I'm fine with me, cause I let it slide. I don't care if it's Chinatown or up on Riverside. I don't have any reasons, left them all behind. I'm in a New York state, Jennifer Holliday, of mind. Whoa, tequila. Shaka Khan. Shaka Khan. Whether it's Phantom of the Opera, Jersey Boys, Shaka Khan. At the end of every song works. It's like
Shaka Khan. I thought you said you were in New Jersey. Now you're in a New York state of mind?
Yes, I'm going on Friday the 13th. I'm using my friend's car, loading up all the crap that I bought for the last 8 months, and we're going to try to cram it into my small apartment in New York City.
What's one thing you bought in the last 8 months that you shouldn't have?
Plenty of the things that I shouldn't have. It's
whatever you can offer in terms of telling us.
Well, I started to think, no, I shouldn't have gotten that, and I went, yes, I should. And I can't. I'm sure there's a bunch of crap that I just saw late at night on Facebook and went, "Oh, that looks really good." Here's the other thing that I bought. You buy shirts online, don't do it. I would find these, especially during the summer, I was finding these great Hawaiian shirts, great prints. There was one with like avocado, lemons. They all come from China. I am not a small person. I normally, in real life in America, take like a 2X.
So they were made with plastic?
No, they were made for 7-year-old children. I couldn't get it. I bought all these different shirts. Not one of them fit. They all had to go back because their idea of 4, 5, and 6L is like mediums, men's mediums. So I was kind of disappointed because I would see these great shirts online and they teased me, and I can't.
There are some, there's, I forget what website it is. There's a couple that pop up, and there were some really cool, nice thick turtlenecks. I love sweaters and everything this time of the year. And then I dug in further and I saw it came from there. And then I read some of the reviews and I'm like, they said stuff like there's a couple of you wear a medium shirt and it would only fit Gilligan.
That's exactly right. That's the size that they're selling. It's just, anyway, I don't know how I got off on that tangent.
Francis says from this New Yorker, but really Long Islander. Thank you. That was beautiful.
Long Island's New York. It's all New York.
Long Island is
New York State of my.
That's right. Most people, not most, there are folks who think Long Island is part of New York City, but it isn't. It's actually part of New York State. And lots of love from Issy Gari in Barcelona. She's loving the song.
Thank you.
She's saying gracias and smiles. Juanita, South Africa, says, wow, we loving it. Anne is loving it in California. And Willie in Holland, she even got the piano key emojis in there and thumbs up. She's quick. She's good with that. And what's amazing is she has it where the English is translating to Dutch. So if we talk too fast, it can foul things up a little bit.
Wow.
Bobby Horowitz, great comments and more. We love all of this levity here on the show. I want to take a look at some of these amazing pictures of the 4,500 pictures that you sent.
Not far off.
And all of them, and about 90% were your baby pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, she did it in English for you. Thanks.
Oh.
See in Barcelona. Christopher says Papa Bear needs some new shirts.
Yeah. Okay.
He'll send you the ones that don't fit, but you got to be the size.
I'll take 3 of them, sew them together, and I could fit. I also have to let Christopher know that when he said was that an A flat to a D, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I looked down and I went, you're exactly right. That song was an A flat to a D. What are you, Rain Man? So anyway, yes, Christopher, you were right.
Right. And if you're just tuning in, Michael is located live in Atlantic City or just outside.
Okay, thank you for that.
Just outside AC.
The residents of Brigantine Island, thank you.
Just outside AC. I want to take a look at some of these incredible photos that we do have here. We have some really, really cool things. You've had a terrific career, and
I'm old. It was long.
So getting back to the photos, Liza, why don't we start with that?
Yeah. Everybody I knew.
It looks like you're saying, you talking to me?
Yeah. Well, and what's funny is that is a cut off. My ex is on the other side of that picture, but not anymore because it got cut out.
That's why.
That's why it looks like there's somebody's hand back there. Who is that? Liza would hang out in the clubs, and everybody but me got to meet her and hang out with her. She'd always come in on nights when I wasn't there or wasn't working. Mm-hmm. And I was about to move back to Chicago for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. And my friend Jim Caruso, Jim brought Liza to my last piano bar gig in New York. And so it was a little dive bar. We just hung out, and this drunk kept harassing Liza. And so she got up and came and sat with me on the piano bench. And we kept going and just playing.
Oh, Liza or the drunk?
No, Liza.
Oh, Liza. Okay.
The drunk then got up and started trying to talk to her, and she kept turning and going, "Excuse me, I'm trying to listen to my brother." And so I'm just playing, and I went, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
brother, Joey." I was like, but and then like a month and a half, I had just moved to Chicago, and it was my birthday, and Liza was in town with Billy, and we went backstage to say hi. And that's when the picture was taken. But it was just like, my friend was like, "You know Liza Minnelli?" Mm-hmm. But then I'm like, but we all worked in the clubs almost and I'm not negating it. It was a fabulous thing. But if you hung out in those places, you eventually met everybody when they were nobody. And then they became, I don't know. But anyway, I love her. Love her.
Absolutely.
Billy and Jim.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, loving it. Christopher loved Liza as well. Very nice shot, very cool shot. And that's the piano. That's there, right?
That's backstage. My ex took the picture. Billy's in front, and then he took a picture of the mirror because Liza was sitting on my lap. So it's not very clear, but it was just like I just think it's so funny because like Billy's there trying not to pose and kind of going, "Okay, what do I do?" I love. Anyway, that
was amazing. I mean.
Funny.
Sitting on the lap while Liza, Michael, you're definitely a levity now. So you're officially a Jim Master Show levity. You probably knew that you were going to be included as one of our levities now, right?
Well, I am now, and I'm waiting for the merch. And ice.
And ice, yes. He needs ice stat. You're not only a wonderful singer, but the back and forth between you and Jim is so much fun. Absolutely.
Actually, it is. I gotta say.
Now,
I kept going.
A Scottish last name, an Irish, or what's the derivation of that name?
It is either spelled Irish and pronounced Scottish, or vice versa, and I'm not exactly sure.
The reason why I say that is because my humorous part is the Irish part, so I think we are in simpatico tonight.
Yeah, Yeah,
Irish, English, Scottish sort of.
because it looks, if you looked at it, most people would pronounce it McAssie, because
Yes,
that's how it looks. But and if it was Scottish, it should have an MAC, then
yes.
the capital A. So somebody's jumped the fence in Ireland or Scotland, and they were, so who knows? That's, how I ended
So
up here.
we're bringing out our Irish wit tonight. Here with the lovely Karen Mason, of course, who was here on the show.
I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were like babies
Where
together
was
in
this?
Chicago.
What was this event?
This was in Chicago at a club called Davenport's. That now we had both been living in New York for about 15 years, and we went back. And as a matter of fact, I believe Marianne Lapinto, if she's still here, took that picture. Karen had won the Mac another of her 100 of Mac Awards that year, and so I got to present it with her on stage at her show at Davenport's. But I knew Karen before we all moved to New York. She used to sing at a restaurant called Lawrence of Oregano.
Yes, I've heard. Yeah, isn't that a cool name?
I know. It was like a chain of like really cool restaurants that had like, funky names. But I love her. I just,
Mm. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Oh
Mel
no.
Carter.
No.
Mm.
We were on an RSVP cruise. They were cruises. They were gay cruises where the company was based in Minneapolis, oddly enough, nowhere near water. And they would take over a cruise ship for like 4 or 5 weeks and sell these cruises. They would let the entertainers on the cruise ships have like the week off.
Mm.
They brought in all their own. That's how I was out with Joan Rivers and Harvey Fierstein and Ann Hampton Calloway, and they'd always have like the big names. There was a story where Jennifer Holliday, when she was her original larger size, tried to get out of her contract, and they made her fly to someplace and then get on a ship, and then they helicoptered her.
See, you're in South Jersey now. That's
to the ship. Yeah, no, really. and they lowered her onto the ship from a helicopter. It was just weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, those are great cruises. I met great
The behind the scenes exclusive story you heard here first. Tell us about this cool shot.
That's Billy.
Yeah.
I met Billy Porter when he was in the original cast of, here, I used to play at Don't Tell Mama, which is the piano bar in the theater district. I was there for like 15 years off and on, and everybody, worked there at one point or came and hung out after the Broadway shows. Billy had just graduated from Carnegie Mellon, and he was in the ensemble of the original cast of Miss Saigon. And after shows, he'd come and hang out, and we'd all hang out. And what was cool about, we'd get the tourists like right after theater, but then about midnight, other celebs and Broadway people and restaurant work, everybody'd show up. And so the magic hour at Don't Tell Mamas was between 1 and 4 a.m. And he would sing every night. And we were like, anyway, we just go way back. And I watched him. And when I finally went and saw Kinky Boots, because he had a rough career start for a while. There was like, they would only let him play big flamboyant cartoon characters. And he finally left the business for a bit because he was like, I want to be taken seriously. He studied directing with George C. Wolfe. And then he was cast in the revival of Angels in America. A year later, he's doing Kinky Boots, and his whole life changed. And I remember watching him in Kinky Boots and sobbing through the whole show because I knew him for 25 years before that, and seeing him come full circle with that, it was just, I still get chills thinking about it. But boy, he's everywhere now. Are we still live? Have I talked you out?
Yes.
I got quiet and I went,
we still live.
I'm all by myself.
I like to do a pregnant pause, just let it soak in.
Scare me, why don't you?
Some people take notes, so we want to make sure that we don't go too fast.
All right. Okay.
You know how it is. We are going to return to the photos, but want to mix in some music as well. And we have this cool shot here. My favorite year. Tell us about this video and more music coming our way.
The song itself was written by Michelle Browerman and Karen Gottlieb.
Michelle she's wonderful.
Michelle's phenomenal.
Yeah.
When Billy Stritch first moved to New York City, he was in a group called Montgomery, Plant, and Stritch. Sharon Montgomery, Rebecca Plant, and Billy Stritch. And they played at Mama's, and and then Jim Caruso, all these Texas folk, like 5 years earlier, all of Chicago folk, Mason and Hampton Calloway, we all moved to New York. Same thing. Texas came in. Sally Mays, Billy Stritch. And everybody performed at Don't Tell Mama before they went on to bigger things. Billy had one solo ballad in the show, and it was this song. And I begged him for 2 years. And I was like, when you're ready to let that, can any other people have it? So he finally did. It is still to this day my favorite song. Other people have sung it. In fact, Michael Feinstein made it famous, and it won an Emmy for one of the soap operas used it. But to this day, this particular clip is from about 6 years ago at Town Hall, when I was asked to be part of the Mabel Mercer Cabaret Convention, which they just had virtually last week. And so that made me check out this. But the song's phenomenal, and I will sing it until the day I die.
That is fantastic. Fantastic. And yeah, it's a great song, and I'm sure folks are going to be in for an amazing treat right now. So let's pause and reflect.
Grab a cocktail.
Grab a cocktail. If you got a chocolate chip cookie plate next to you, dig in. Here is Michael McASSEY doing his thing with My Favorite Year.
The thing about finding great songs is that they deserve to have a life. And this being a very special song to me over the years, and I couldn't think of a better time and place to do it tonight. You reappearing in my mind. You were right and I was blind. But that was long ago. Now, do I ever cross your mind? And are your memories like mine? Or have they let you go? After all the loves I've lived through all these years, I had to go so far without you. Now it's clear you were my favorite love. That was my favorite year. We were young forever yesterday. Fools and little children run away. If we could go back there, would we stay? I've lived through all these years. I had to go so far without you. Now it's clear you were my favorite love. That was my favorite year. You were my favorite love. That was my favorite year. Thank you very much. Mr. Christopher Denny.
Who is also Karen Mason's music director. It's all very incestuous. That besides being my favorite song, that song is it's one of the best songs I've heard in forever. Basically, Michelle Browerman and Karen Gottlieb. Anyway, I love that.
Beautifully done. And I love the way you were really feeling that song, weren't you?
Oh,
You were all in.
Yes. It's the ironic thing is throughout my entire career, I do too many things, so they couldn't pigeon. So I started out doing the piano bar stuff, singing and playing. At first, I could only play slow songs, and I couldn't sing and play at the same time. And I got better at that. And then I started doing my stand-up act, and somebody else would play. And even now, when I do my own show, I sometimes will pre-record if I want to really because I don't want to be interrupted in the middle of, oh, did I play the right chord? Is this, there's times that I want to just be able to like concentrate on the song. And so I, sometimes I do a stand-up show that somebody else plays. And obviously I do it from the piano and do my own thing. It's ironic. I would get up in the middle of a crowded room at Don't Tell Mama and sing this song after having played and sung for 2 hours previous. And people would come up and go, I never knew you could sing. And I was like, what was I just doing for the last 2 hours? But anyway, I like doing a little bit of it all. And there is at some point a 1 minute edit of like my theatrical, the two characters that I love the most that I'm just throwing out to, that's kind of I sing and play. I'll stand up and do my cabaret act. I'll direct and tell other people what to do, or I'll get on stage and do it myself. So I started as an actor, and then I could always sort of play the piano. I used to have a little old nun who used to beat my knuckles because I wouldn't play like this. And for some reason, I could always sort of play, but I quit the lessons. And I moved to New York and started playing piano at a restaurant across from where Don't Tell Mama is now. And so I got better at doing that stuff. And then it became like a second career. So I started music directing because theaters were like, hey, we need somebody to play the show. And I'm like, oh, okay, if I can't be on stage, I'll be under the stage, whatever you need.
Right.
So that's kept me busy throughout all these years, thank God, because for a long time, I had this little baby face nobody could do anything with.
Yeah.
And now I'm in quarantine. So it's,
that song, Baby Face. Baby.
Well, stay tuned for the midnight show. The blue lyrics will come up, and it's never mind.
Yeah.
I'm just drinking.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
Michael, are you in denial? You almost spilled your drink. Good thing you were
water. No, I live in a constant state of denial. Yes, sorry. I'm like totally going, oh, you should play. Oh no, this is your show. You do what you want. I told you I sent you all this crap.
And guess what? You sent us Denial.
Yes.
That was our intro to the song. So tell us about the song for those not familiar.
This is the other song also done at Town Hall that night for the cabaret convention. You were given 2 songs in a slot. This song was written by a brilliant, crazy man named Rick Chrome, who is a writer, and he writes parodies. He had a show called Musical the Musical that ran off Broadway for about 10 years. I worked in Aspen at the Crystal Palace thanks to him, because he would write topical material. Like they did a big musical number about the OJ trial, or Martha Stewart in jail. If something would happen in the news, he'd write about it. But he's also a Broadway actor. He's done like 5 Broadway shows as an actor, but then he also plays the piano and does stand-up comedy. And he's hosted at the Comedy Cellar for like 15, 20 years. So he would like introduce Belzer and Seinfeld and all the big names that would come through there. But he is a crazy, crazy man, and he wrote this song.
What a great introduction. That's really, really cool. So, all right, folks, get ready. More of the incredible sounds of Michael McASSEY coming up. And if you're in denial, well, Michael is here to help. Right.
I do.
I'm going back to the chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, I hate you.
Here we go.
Here he is to sing for you, Michael McASSEY.
I'm honored to be here tonight, and I'm honored to perform this next song. When emerging from the darkness, when ascending from the deep, when at last your soul awakens from its world-weary sleep, how you celebrate serenity in this place you've never been, and you gaze in endless wonder at this magic place you're in. Where are you when you've lost your doubts and fears? Where are you when your sadness disappears? You're in denial, complete denial, where you turn pathetic circumstance to glory. You're in denial, yes, deep denial, where your life's a wreck, but you feel hunky-dory. When you're singing karaoke and imagine you're a star, when you're just an alcoholic, but you swear it's Epstein Bar. When you say Mariah Carey's voice is how an angel sounds. When you dress yourself in spandex and you weigh 600 pounds. Where are you when your life's a horror show? Where are you when you think that we don't know? You're in denial, complete denial. When Andy Rooney thinks he's being witty, you're in denial, yes, deep denial. Like when Linda Tripp says, "Hey, I'm kind of pretty." If you've had hair transplants, don't think that we are fooled, because it looks as if you've planted peas. Or if you've had a facelift, your eyes so tightly pulled, do you really think you're turning Japanese? If you move to a bigger trailer, do you think you're well-to-do? Do you think the married man you date will leave his wife for you? Do you dine on fat-free ice cream and expect that you'll lose weight? If your son loves Barbra Streisand, do you really think he's straight? Where are you when there isn't any strife? Where are you when you've learned to love your life? Barry Manilow, key change! You're in denial, complete denial. There's a world out there, but you refuse to view it. You're in denial, hip-hop denial. You probably think that OJ didn't do it. You're in denial, everybody, complete denial, kumbaya, where you turn pathetic circumstance to glory. You're in denial. Okay, now just me. Okay, this is a hip crowd. Or you're asleep. I'm gonna go with hip. Hip high denial, where your life's a wreck, but you feel hunky-dory.
Very nice, very nice. Really,
It's a great song.
It really is.
He's updated it. There's a few because we talk about Linda Tripp, and he'll update some of the pop references as time goes on.
Absolutely. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. And the audience, of course, when they get a chance to enjoy these things, especially, here, because this might be brand new for people watching who are getting a taste of you for the very first time, which is really cool. Kathleen Walker in New York City giving claps, and Ann Wozniak claps,
Yay.
and Kathy Short. Michael, you are someone I'd like to see live. I
Thank
love
you.
the show tonight. We thank you very much, Kathy. Kind words. Willie is enjoying it still at 2:30
3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, same thing with Juanita in South Africa.
Oh,
Marianne asks, what year was that of the CAB convention, Michael?
it was the 13th annual, and this was just the 20th. So what, 7 years ago? What does that mean? I don't know. I can't. It was a long time ago, Marianne.
Right. Pre-COVID.
Hi.
My goodness, what talent, and can't say enough how I love your voice and performance, Michael. More?
Well,
You're a real star.
well, thank you, Tess. That's the sweetest thing. It's like my mother wrote that, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Marsha Watson says you remind her of a mix between Burl Ives and
I saw this during the.
Dom DeLuise.
All right, I can't have any of those cookies, Jim. I'm sorry.
So
No more cookies.
which one are you more like if you had to pick one? You look
it's funny
tonight. With the whole.
Well, I have this, and actually, I did a show, Johnny Cash, Ring of Fire, and we all had to play guitars. And there's a picture of me playing the guitar, and I went, "Oh my God, I look like Burl Ives on Walt Disney." But then I do crazy stuff, and I feel like Dom DeLuise. So I will take either of them or mix them together. I'm the love child of Dom DeLuise and Burl Ives. Thank you.
So can you sing Silver and Gold?
Oh, it's almost time for Christmas. Oh my God.
That was good.
I did buy a Christmas
that's called
ornament.
On the Spot.
On the spot.
On the spot. Oh my goodness. I think Denial is going to be my new theme song. Love it.
Yep.
Very apropos for 2020. Michael and his New York City's best kept secret.
I know. Tell your friends. It's no secret anymore.
That's because he's hiding out in Atlantic City.
Well, I got to tell you one quick thing on Denial. I'd forgotten that I got into the spot where I think, that you don't think that you think that OJ didn't do it. There's a picture. You don't have to bring it up, but I have a picture when I was working in Aspen after his first trial, before the trial that sent him to jail. He came into Aspen with like an entourage to come in and have dinner and watch the show. The whole room got quiet. Everybody stared. And then I was in the kitchen before the show, and the coat check girl comes running in. She goes, "He gave me his gloves." So I ran to the coat room and I put OJ's gloves on and took a picture. So that picture that you see, I'll send it to you all later sometime on Facebook. But there's a picture of me with
the actual gloves.
They're his actual gloves out of his coat when he checked his coat.
Did they fit?
They did not fit. They did not fit.
Are you getting?
I blew my own joke.
They did not fit.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Did you hear that, Marsha Clock? They did not fit.
Well, and the funny thing is we talked to him a little bit at intermission.
Yeah.
He said that, and I said, we sometimes do topical material. You get picked on in comics, and he goes, "Yeah, one of my favorite things to do is to go to a comedy club and sit in the back of the club while the comic is making comments about me, and then I get up and slowly walk towards the stage." Mm-hmm. And I was like, "And that's fun for you?"
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. It's a little sidebar. Sidebar. Get it? Sidebar.
What's in that cup? Is that the chaser? Is the coffee the chaser?
This is once again every Sunday night. Now I'm going opposite you because your shows are at 7. I do 7:00 shows on Sunday nights called Open Mac, and it's just like this. So watch Jim live and then watch my rerun or whatever. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Move yours to 10:00.
I know. Listen, it used to be at 5, and then it's like 2. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But if anybody can get info, you can.
Yeah, you can always
Facebook me. I'll find me. It's easy to find.
We've moved the times around on our show too, usually based on the guest as well, or if I have something else that's coming up family obligation or some other.
Well, and now that I'm moving back into New York City, it's going to be a different setup, and I may need to figure out, Andre DeShields.
Well, that's the thing, right? You're going to have to come up with, see how you can balance it out. Exactly.
Yeah. So I might change time. I'm trying not to go opposite any of my friends with shows. So we'll figure it out.
That's a cool show.
That's Andre backstage after a tryout of a show that didn't come into New York. We had done a play called The Man Who Came to Dinner, an old classic Kaufman and Hart play, and he was brilliant. And I played a Harpo Marx type character that was his sidekick, and we got to grab Lorraine Sheldon and shove her in a sarcophagus and mail her to Egypt. It was very fun. But anyway, I love that guy. Oh my God, he's phenomenal.
As is.
And that's Ann Hampton Calloway. And we are in Asbury Park, New Jersey. And I think we were drinking. Yes, thank you, Marianne. Marianne. Okay, so those videos are what, 25 years old now? I don't care. Whatever. Natalie Douglas and my girl Karen Mason, we were at Birdland in New York. Birdland in New York. John Wesley Shipp. You may know him. He was the original Flash on TV, and then he was the Flash's dad on this one.
He was on a soap opera too.
He was Guiding Light at the very beginning, and he was Dawson's dad on Dawson's Creek, which they're just about to release on Netflix. John and I met. I music directed him in Oklahoma. At a little theater on the square in Sullivan, in the cornfields of Illinois back in the 80s. He's a phenomenal singer, and he just doesn't sing much. You got something going.
We've got another song queued up here. Now this is late. Well, this is Late Night Comic, actually. Tell us about this one.
This was my Broadway debut. Like I said, we were talking earlier. We tried out in New London, Connecticut at the Guard Theater. It did not go over very well. In fact, it closed in like 3 days. This particular number was added because there were 3 of us comedians that they wanted to add. We played different club owners. And Robert Lupone, Patty's brother, and the original Zach in a chorus line, replaced. The show was written for Martin Short to do on Broadway, and he wasn't available. So they got Robert Lupone. And this clip, it's sort of snipped because I didn't want to make you go through the whole, but it's the 3 different club owners that have their little, we don't like this guy, basically is what it is.
So it's a snip clip.
It is a snip clip.
Right here, exclusively. When's the last time you saw a snip clip, folks?
Ooh. Don't they have apps for that?
Late Night Comic.
Hi, David Ackerman.
Hey, mate, you got about 5 minutes.
Okay, do you know how you find a foreigner in New York?
No.
Taxi. Do you know how you find an actor in New York?
No.
Waiter. Do you know how you find a politician in New York?
No.
Sing, sing. Can I help you?
No, I'm sorry. We don't need another comic here.
It's okay.
We don't have room to take another chance. And even though I've never heard your act before, I'll give you every punchline in advance.
What happened? You ran out of steam, or did
I guess so. I needed another cocktail.
You need
We got the little wheel of death. I don't know what that is.
Sometimes when you have to play them, there's a certain size limit to the files.
I'm
There you go.
wanna wait online.
We jumped ahead. It's all good.
We're back live.
Your number's probably 99. 'Cause you see, we're the best in the business. We've got all the funny guys in town you like. Yes, you know we're the best in the business. But you speak up loud, we haven't bought a mic. 'Cause you know we're the best in the business. We know how to make.
We're determined.
I think I can. It's queuing up.
Is it thinking? It's like it's
The file
okay.
is larger than what the streaming allows, so it's playing manually.
Oh, look, I'm dancing. Look, Ma, I'm dancing. Okay. right, that's close enough because you made. Oh, and it's over anyway.
All that build up. You know, a little bit. You know who you look like? You know,
Who
Phil,
that?
remember Phil Hartman from Saturday Night Live?
Yes, very well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in that shot.
I love.
He was great, huh?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
He
Did
was
you work with
amazing.
him, or did you have a chance to work with him at all?
I did not. He did. Was it News Radio?
Yes, that's right.
And my friend
NBC.
Vicki Lewis, cute redhead, was on the show. So 6 Degrees of, like, I knew her, but I didn't know him. But I used to watch that show all the time. He was brilliant. He was brilliant.
Did you want to tickle the ivories and play something else for us? We'll mix that in.
Oh, well, okay. I just went, what? What's the great? You know,
advance.
Here's what I'm going to do, because let's see. Okay. And again, is that okay? I'm just checking.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that. Oh wait, I thought I had it. You have inspired me, actually. And wait, it should have been like right there. It's scary that it's not. I was going to do. Oh well. Okay. This is for you. So don't anybody else listen.
Simple as
this
that.
is part of a medley, but I'm going to do a snippet. It's going to be a snip. What did we call it before? A snap? Something. Love, exciting and new. Come aboard, hop on me. We'll throw up on you. Love, life's sweetest reward. But it floats, yeah, but not like Natalie Wood. No, it floats back to you. Love boat, soon we'll be making another run. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sarah Vaughan. On. Set a course for adventure. Your mind's on a new romance. And love won't hurt anymore. It's an open smile on an open sore. Ish. It's love. It's love. Oh, Jane, how do you stop this crazy thing? Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale of a fateful trip. Get him! That started from this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be. I said the minnow would be lost. The ship set ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle, with Gilligan, the skipper too, the millionaire and his wife, the movie star, the professor, and Marianne, here on Gilligan's Isle. Shaka Khan!
Gilligan loved it.
But the minute I saw Gilligan, I knew I was going to have to do that.
Gilligan loved it.
Gilligan.
That was
Gilligan. That's like,
and Merlin says,
I haven't even checked in with the people. Oh. Hello, people.
The people. Kathleen gives lots of claps.
Yay.
And,
thank you for the clap.
Everybody's loving the show, which is great. We're having a lot of fun tonight, just joining us, as we do every night. But
yes,
Christopher says, love these TV show song medleys.
There's a million of them. We just cut it short for time. That's all.
That's it for time purposes. Have another swig.
It's good.
Tonight's all about snippets and swigs.
We can put that on your merch and
that'll be the name of the next show, Snippets and Swigs.
Oh, all right.
Whippets and you could be Swigs.
It works for me. We'll take it on the road.
Doesn't sound
Actually,
like
we
a new
can't. We'll have to do it right here in our
We'll have
bat.
to do it here. But it
Yeah.
sounds like a new 70s cop show, doesn't it? Snippets and Swigs.
I don't have a theme song for that song.
And again, if it was from the 70s, it wouldn't be new.
True.
Absolutely.
It could be retro.
Tonight, it would be retro. Merlin and Tess, where there's so many coming in. They're going so fast. So much fun. Thank you so much, Michael and Jim. Such a great, fun show. Our pleasure, Tess, watching on the YouTube. Michael definitely makes my list of favorite of guests.
Oh, thank you.
Marsha.
I'm having a ball.
Fantastic. That's what we want, Michael. That's what we want. I'm glad I'm having one too. And the lovelies are claps, claps, claps to Marsha. And let's see, loving the show, medleys, singing along.
That's the whole.
Bravo.
Yes, we like that.
Bravo, Gilligan's Island. And you're a very funny guy. The Love Boat.
Like, thank you, Christopher.
The Love Boat.
I don't know what that was in A flat too, Christopher. Just so you know, if you're keeping track.
The Love Boat. Saturday night on ABC.
Oh my, yes.
Love Boat. They all knew it. Enjoying. Good stuff. Good stuff. Some more photos too. We want to rummage through here. We have we've basically broke into your house while you were away, and we stole your scrapbook, your career scrapbook. Yeah, we have uploaded it here for our viewing pleasure. I don't think the picture is as sharp. So if anybody else is having cocktails tonight with us, it's not you. It's the photos just not that sharp, but you can pretend it is.
Oh, that didn't come out very well at all. Well, that's Betty White.
That's Betty White.
Oh my. Well, you know, the original is back in New York, so I'll just have to make a better copy of that. But sorry about that. I was at Disney MGM for the TV Hall of Fame Awards that year. It was Betty White, Dinah Shore, Bill Cosby, and 3 others. And they hired 6 piano players from New York, and there were 6 white grand pianos on the stage, and we were the orchestra. So it was great to be there for the weekend, and I got to run around taking pictures.
One of my favorite people who I actually had an opportunity to chat with, Carol Burnett.
That was, you can't tell, but inside my entire body is screaming. I was trying to play it so cool. This was at a benefit that the play that she and her late daughter wrote. Yeah. And they did it in New York, and it was like a one-night big benefit. And my roommate at the time used to be her IT person. And so
her IT person?
Her IT, yeah, she would go to LA and New York and would set up Carol's computers and all the, IT. So so we sort of had an in, so I was able to get back, and I'm trying to play so cool as I'm standing there, but my entire body, this is the woman I grew up basically wanting to be, or watching her show. So to be standing there, I was like, I don't even remember taking the picture. I'm glad I have it to look at, but
exactly. How do you? I've mentioned her on air before, as far as the time that I've had opportunity to chat with her and spend. But for you, obviously, you just described the physical feeling, just feeling extraordinary. But
yeah,
how would you describe what she was like? I'm sure it's going to match everything I've said.
Completely lovely and engaged. Like, I'm sure she gets harassed by people all the time telling them grew up, but it's like she looked you right in the eye. She took your hand. It meant something that this nobody person was saying something to her. And, there's a lot of celebrities that don't have time or just kind of go, oh yeah, thank you so much, and keep walking.
Yeah, right.
I spent maybe 5 minutes with her, but I felt like she was amazing. Yeah. Was that your experience?
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Very warm, very loving, very affable, very approachable.
Yep.
Funny, witty, no airs about her.
No.
This was when we were brought together, and I had a chance to chat with her, interview, and she just was, and still is.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of the most warmest, kindest, real people in terms of legends, icons in television and entertainment and in comedy. I've always loved Carol Burnett, and you and I both blessed to actually have
Absolutely.
opportunities to
She
spend
made you
time with her.
feel like you were somebody,
Right.
not just a fan. She made you feel like you were
She
somebody.
does that, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I was going to show you too. You had Liza sitting on the lap. I had a similar experience. It wasn't Liza, but somebody also extraordinary. I'm sure you've had an opportunity to meet with her, but it was Florence Henderson,
Oh,
who's actually sitting on my lap there.
oh, all right. I
And
didn't
she
meet her, but
was-
I got to see her shortly before she passed.
Loved
She
her.
did a show on Broadway. They do a show every year, a benefit, an AIDS benefit, and it's called Broadway Backwards. So
Yeah.
all the guys sing girl songs and all the girls sing guy songs. She came out and sang "There's Nothing Like a Dame"
Mhm.
and chased girls all over the stage, and she just was phenomenal and went with it. It was like the highlight
Very
of the
funny.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very, very funny.
Very funny.
Very warm, caring, and it was just extraordinary. I mean, I was at a gala event, and there was this VIP area, and I knew the people that were putting the gala event on because I go every year, and it was actually in Connecticut. And they brought me into this room. They said, "Jim, we want you to come into this room." I came into this room, and Florence, Mrs. Brady, Carol Brady, was on the other side of the room, and like you say, mobbed with people and photos and all that. And there was like sort of like, she wasn't on stage, but there was like a spotlight on her, and she was in that white pantsuit, and she looked stunning. That picture. There's several others. That was a professional photographer took that one because they were snapping away. And there was a group of us, and they said, get together. So, squeeze in more for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And she just plopped on my lap. And
Your lap was available.
And I said, Mrs. Brady is sitting on my lap. She was, and then when she got up, I said, I'm never going to wash these slacks again.
I was going to say.
And she said, Jim, I bet you won't. She was funny. She had a sassy side too, which was amazing. But when we were in that VIP area,
yeah,
I don't know what happened. It was one of those rare. I got a chance to interview her, which was wonderful too.
nice.
But it was a rare thing. I don't know if it was energy force, what it was, how you define it. I just get brought in, and she's over there with all these people in between us. I mean, lots of people. Somehow she looks in my direction as I enter the room, and now we hadn't met yet, and she comes straight towards me. I mean, she's literally Moses parting the sea of people straight to me. And she comes up to the photographer and she goes, I want a picture with him. I'm like, wait a minute, is this supposed to be the reverse? And then that started the whole conversation and their friendship, just everything from that moment on. And it was just terrific. Really, really. She was just an extraordinary night.
I love good stories about
I
people.
told her, I said, what you've meant to all of us and all of the joy and all the pleasure, all of the, and then she was thanking me profusely for spending time with her and kiss on the cheek. And she was there with her daughters, and they left. And when she left, it was the Stanford Palace Theater, and in Connecticut, and she exited. I mean, she was coming towards me at the end. I mean, all night long we were bumping into each other, coming towards me at the end, after I did the interview. The night was ending. The gala was over. The entertainment was wrapped. She was the MC. The MC previously was Kathy Lee Gifford and Frank Gifford, but Frank had passed away. And she came right towards me like a bullet again at the end with her daughters. I said those words. She said the same thing to me. And then she said, Happy Thanksgiving. It was around Thanksgiving time. And went through those doors with her daughter and into it was a foggy night. She just disappeared into the fog.
Oh, nice.
It's about a month later, she was in Los Angeles, and she was rooting on Maureen McCormick,
Dancing with the Stars. Yeah.
But on Thanksgiving morning, my cell phone was blowing up, and I'm like, my God, what has something happened? I mean, did the world end?
Yeah.
And it was all of these calls, and then all over Facebook, and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else, messages of condolences coming to me. And I'm like, holy cow, did somebody die? Did somebody in the family, a friend, colleague?
Yeah.
What happened? And it was because of the friendship with Florence Henderson.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
had saw, and the way I expressed it, I guess, and the fact that we had just been together as well that month or so before, that it was such a fresh thing, and it was unbelievable. So that those pictures, that particular one where we're having fun, she's sitting on the lap and everything, it's extra special. Just like I know all of these photos, when you look back, these moments, the people, and you know, lucky to do work that we love.
We are lucky. Yeah.
You know,
who has more fun than us?
Our mothers did when they were giving birth to us.
Oh, I'm sure they had a lot of fun.
That is, she thought you were hot. Thank you, Marcia.
Well, I was going to say, you're not exactly ugly, so I have a feeling she saw the beeline and went, well, I'm going to go right there. You sort of resembled Robert Reed-esque around the Brady Bunch time. You had the same haircut, looked that very kind of clean cut, young husband, you know. She made a beeline.
Brady Bunch line. A Brady Bunch line. That is funny. That is funny. Christopher Joseph, yes, it makes me think. We were talking about doing a Loverty cruise. Maybe you should come on with us.
Hey, I'm there. I love that.
A lot of people, I said we should do a cruise with all the Loverties. I threw it out there, and all these people said, sign me up. I want to do it. So we're talking, obviously not now, but
no, absolutely.
About a year, we're going to sail off somewhere, and yeah, that would be cool to have you on, and we'll have a lot of fun. Absolutely.
We'll do piano bar. I actually, the beginning of my medley of the TV themes is the Brady Bunch. So when you mentioned that, I was like, oh, well, had I known that picture was coming, I would have set you up.
See? And we have more, but wait, there's more. We got some really, really cool shots here. And again, I love showing this. Tyne Daly, another brilliant actress. Tell us about this meeting.
This is the same night as Carol Burnett. It was the double whammy. Wow.
You must have been like,
Tyne had played the Carol Burnett role. There was a play, Hollywood. Oh my God, I'm spacing out on the name of it. That Carol Burnett's daughter, Hollywood Arms. It ran on Broadway for not very long.
Was it Carrie Hamilton? Her
yes,
daughter?
Carrie wrote it before she died.
Yeah.
And Carol. It was about Carol's life when she first moved to New York. So Carol, I think, did the Broadway version, and then Tyne Daly, they did this reading that night. It was like a benefit, like 5 or 6 years later, and Tyne played Carol Burnett's mother in the reading, and so they were both back there, and I was just like, okay, you're the best gypsy I ever saw. I saw you do Gypsy 5 times at the St. James Theater. I love you, you know. And she again, great people, and just. Again, made you feel like you were somebody and not just some crazed fan that's kind of going, hi, can I have your picture? Can I have your autograph? So, you know,
right.
Lovely ladies.
Everybody wants to do the cruise. Cruise, fantastic. Yeah. Cruise. Yes, Michael definitely needs to be on our Loverty cruise.
I'm there. I'm half packed.
That's it.
I used to work for Royal Caribbean for 2.5 years. I used to teach the singers the songs. So we'd be in the studio in Miami, and I'd work with them for 3 weeks. And then I would go with, and they call it an install. I would take my cast of singers and dancers, and I would go on the cruise for 10 days and make sure they got, okay, make sure everybody was right. And they took over in the show. So I didn't have to go on the ship for like months at a time. It was perfect. I taught a little bit of music, told them, okay, go ahead and sing, turn your mic up, don't sing, and would take the cruise for 10 days, just enough time I was ready to get off. But yes, let's do a cruise.
Let's do a cruise. Absolutely. We'll just find out where we're going to head, and we'll have a good time. More photos. And for those who are familiar with the show, Madam Secretary, brother Tim Daly has a great run with that. You mentioned she'd be a hoot to get on the show here as a guest, is Marilyn May, who you have a wonderful shot here with. You mentioned her earlier.
She's on my lap. It's lap night. It was great.
I think tonight is, lap night.
This was a private party at a club called Pangea, and it was for a cabaret reviewer. And there were a bunch of stars stopping by to do a couple of numbers. And so I had just been a fan in the audience. I'd never met her, but we hung out and rehearsed her couple of numbers. I got to play for her, and she just, she sat on my lap, and I just couldn't have been more thrilled.
Mm-hmm. Marianne says that Carol didn't play the role on Broadway, I guess.
Oh, okay. Who knows? Marianne's my fact checker now. I feel like I'm in politics. I'm going, you lied. You didn't say this. I don't remember yesterday, Marianne. So I don't care whether she did it or not. She was lovely. I've known Marianne for a long time. I can say that. Yeah.
And he's got the photo. And
no, you weren't born in 1955. You were born in 1956. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Petula Clark.
This is in Mykonos. There was a piano bar in Mykonos called, ironically enough, the Piano Bar. Montparnasse, the Piano Bar. I spent 2 summers there. Like you do the show every night. When you work in Mykonos for 2 or 3 months, it's 7 nights a week, not a day off.
Yeah.
And they love to smoke in Mykonos.
Yeah.
So it was a little smoky bar. I took all my songs down a third because I knew I was going to be there for a long time. Yeah. And I started singing. I'm going, why am I trying to scream and sing high notes? Keep it low, keep it low. I got to make it through the summer. But she would come in. I got to play downtown for her. Everybody sang along. It was, it was awesome.
That is fantastic. Cool stuff. Playing downtown for her. Now, here's somebody I'd love to get on the show too. And I met him at a theater when we chatted, and he was in and Ralph Macchio was in the show too. I forget the show. It was an independent.
How to Succeed in Business, maybe? Was it the musical?
I think it was that, and it was Mario.
Oh, Mario, yeah.
Yes, Mario Cantone.
Mario is
hilarious. Mario.
Oh my God. Yes.
Boston.
Yeah. We go way back from like
Revere, right?
The clubs. Revere, Massachusetts. Yes.
Yeah.
And in fact, I just was watching while we were in quarantine. They shot his Broadway show Laugh Whore for either HBO or Showtime. I can't remember which one, but I have a DVD of it. So we were just watching that about a month ago because he kills me. He's just.
I remember when he used to host a kids show on Channel
Steam Pipe Alley.
Yes.
You can go on YouTube and see some of those old shows.
I told him that. I said, I remember you doing that. I'd love to have him come on the show. It would be great to chat with him. Love Downtown. I sing and played on my guitar. That is Christopher.
No wonder you know keys. He plays the guitar. He's like checking my keys. Marianne's checking my dates. Oh, Sutton Foster. This was backstage after she was in Violet on Broadway at the time. Another just Broadway baby that we had mutual friends, and we were backstage, and we were just hanging out, and she's good people. I love her. Yeah. They hopefully they'll be coming back with her and Hugh Jackman and the Music Man. Oh,
requests.
That was my first album or CD. Actually, at first it was a cassette. That's how old this is. I had it came out, and I had cassettes come out just as everybody threw away their cassette players and bought CD players. So then we had to reissue it. Do you still have a cassette?
Cassettes, double cassettes.
You have an 8-track? Do you still have an 8-track?
The 8-track, the cassettes.
You're too young. You won't remember.
Player. What else do we have? The Onkyo turntable, all the speakers, the big speakers, not the little things you stick in your ear, the big speakers. Because you know what it is? We talked about this, I think, with somebody else. It was a musician couple of nights ago. I don't mind having the headphones on and having the music coming into the ear. Yeah. However, I really like music coming out of speakers that fills the room. Yep. I like it filling the room and bouncing acoustically off the walls, and you're walking through a room, whether it's a concert hall or a venue of some sort, or even in your own house, and you're hearing the music, even if the music is off in the distance a little bit.
Yep.
And I love music that's coming from behind me sometimes, speakers and things that are not necessarily in the front coming at me, but behind me, where the music comes from behind me and sort of washes over.
Yeah.
Probably get what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Well, and when I do this live, I've only got one earbud in
Yeah.
because and I can hear, I can hear everything in my mic, but when I'm playing, I need to hear it acoustically, like in the room. Because I'm not on like a mic that I'd be like in the club. This is my Blue Yeti microphone just kind of works acoustically, so I don't have reverb, I don't have any effects on it. So it's nice that I can hear you and I can hear myself a little bit, but when playing and singing, it's easier to just hear the ambience in the room. So, but yeah, there's nothing like the live. Now you're messing with me. You not only didn't give me a cookie, now you're messing with me and freaking me out like the sound's got what?
Make sure you can really hear me. Reel to reel. Yes, I actually do have reel to reel.
Oh, I remember those. I had a little one.
Yeah, I have a climate. I was mentioning it on the show before. I have a climate control storage unit that houses hundreds of LPs. Some of them are sealed, reel to reels, cassettes. A lot of my television career, footage is in there too, and your career stuff is in there in case and there's a fire or flood, and reel to reel and all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, reel to reel, reel to reel. And Bernadette goes surround sound, and smiles coming in from Marcia, and Issy is still with us in Barcelona, Spain.
Barcelona.
More photos.
Really?
Yeah.
Boy, I'm sorry. I really did send you.
By the way, if you didn't get the first CD, here's the other one. Here's
all right, that's the second one. It's Smiley, and it's cut off so that you can't see what my hair looks like.
Are these available still or no?
They sort of are.
They're in your car.
Yeah, I got pull up to the side of the road. I started researching while we're sitting here, in quarantine. I started researching about releasing them onto iTunes and like Spotify, that stuff, and so that's in the works. And then they go,
Christmas music. I love Christmas music.
I do too. I have 174 Christmas albums.
What, do you really?
Yes, because I just re-upped my iTunes and was figuring out all that stuff. And I looked and you put it in genre and I went, 174 Christmas tunes, Christmas albums from different people.
Yeah. From the and they're on your iTunes?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the actual physical CDs, 2,000 of them. And that's in that storage bin.
Yeah.
Everything. If you include like Percy Faith and his orchestra, Ray Kump singers,
it's amazing. But now
music.
You start. I bought an external hard drive so that I could load CDs. I loaded most of my CDs and everything into the iTunes a long time ago, so that I physically I couldn't throw them out. I kept them, but I took them out of the jewel cases and just put them with their booklets, and they're in a box.
Yeah.
But if in case God forbid, but everything's on the iTunes and I have it all saved. So it's just everything's going digital now. What do you? It all
is. Tess has a request, and we didn't plan it, but what the heck? Can you play something Christmas a little bit? Maybe. I know you just did Ted there, but anything?
Play something Christmas.
People are looking to get into a positive mood, and the Christmas music's been doing that for a lot of people lately.
Well, yes, as I said, I'm going, what, where, who?
Seconds that I'm with Tess. Please play a Christmas tune. You're getting locked in here.
Well, do we want up-tempo Christmas or sweet and lovely Christmas?
Gang, post your comments. We'll give you an opportunity live. Let us know. He's very generous. He gives you an option. Do you want one of those more, melancholy, sort of serene? Do you want Silent Night or those types? Or would you like something you like, we need a little Christmas?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer?
I know. What would you like, folks? We will pick it.
We'll keep it quirky. Tess, please play a Christmas tune.
What?
Christopher says a naughty Christmas song. Christopher, I do have one. That's
Sweet and Lovely. And God bless you. Thank you so much. Anything will be perfect. Sweet and Lovely from Marcia. And yes, Christopher said a naughty one. Ralph says we're cracking him up. And let's see what else. There's more. What a funny man, Michael. Willie is still with us at 3 a.m. Thank God bless you, Willie. You can sleep in tomorrow. Kathy Short says, up tempo. Kathy Walker.
Okay,
up-tempo.
that'll work.
Merlin, sweet and lovely.
Oh.
Merry Christmas. Juanita,
Hi.
South Africa, sweet and lovely. And Bernadette, up tempo. So I wonder if you could.
We'll try to do a little bit of, let's see. Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens, brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things. A little of both. Now, I know that a lot of people say this isn't a Christmas tune, but I don't care. It actually sort of is, or anything could be a Christmas tune. Cream-colored ponies and crisp apple strudels, doorbells and sleigh bells and schnitzel with noodles, wild geese that fly with the moon on their wings. These are a few of my favorite things. Perky. Girls in white dresses with blue satin sashes, snowflakes that stay on my nose and eyelashes, silver white winters that melt into springs. These are a few of my favorite things. When the dog bites, when the bee stings, when I'm feeling sad, I simply remember my favorite things. Then I don't feel so bad. I started it slow, and then so they're going, oh, I love that song, and it's on my Christmas album. But what's funny is people are going, that's not a Christmas song. Well, it says snowflakes, and it's like, you know what? Anything can be a Christmas song.
You got Christmas trees from Marsha Watson.
Thank you for the Christmas trees, Marsha.
Mm-hmm. Marianne says
she's still harping back on the Hollywood Arms that opened and closed. Donna Lynn Champlin, thank you so much, Marianne. Those of you keeping score, Carol Burnett was not on Broadway in her own play. So I love busting Marianne's chops because she'll come out of nowhere and go, what?
So now are you going to play How the Grinch Stole Christmas next?
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. And I'm still letting Christopher know that there are a few. Oh, there's Christopher. There are Kathleen. Who you calling a hoe? Christopher. There are some dirty songs. You just can't hear them until after midnight.
That's right. That's right. After midnight. You got Christmas trees from Willie in Holland, and Tess says, loved it. Thank you so much. Kathy Short, it was perfect.
I love Christmas.
There is no such thing as too much Christmas music.
No, there's not. And even though it's not even Halloween,
this particular year, bring it on, right?
Well, the ironic thing is I have a Christmas village that's kind of exploded. My Christmas village is still up from last year.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. We're going to put the tree up much earlier than.
Yeah, I think I am too. I put it. I had planned to take the Christmas village down, and then my roommate, we were like, "Oh, well, it's cute. The lights are on at night. If don't trip on your way to the bathroom in the middle of the night, what he loses is a night light." And I planned to take it down on St. Patrick's Day, and I was here thinking, "Well, I'll go back and take." Oh no, okay, well, it's Christmas, so there's one thing I don't have to unpack. It's already there. I just have to dust and put some new fake snowflakes on top of stuff to cover up the 8 months of dust.
Bernadette says, hello, thanks, mess.
Yes. I saw a t-shirt with like that on there. It was like, it's just, all fall. It's all good.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's all positivity. I know. I'll listen to Christmas music any time of the year. It could be in July. It doesn't really matter. Makes you feel real good, Lots of emojis. Everybody's in the Christmas spirit here, and got some cool stuff here. More photos too, as everybody's in this Christmas mode and holiday mode, as we say. There's a cool shot here, Michael.
Oh, all right. Well, that's the cast album, but not really. That was the cast album they made of Late Night Comic after the show had closed. I'm the only cast member on it. Brian, who wrote the show, he and Julie Budd recorded the show because it was basically a 2-person show. It was about a comedian who falls in love with a ballet dancer. And so I did my 2 numbers on but it was my first album. I remember it was an actual album to begin with. We had the vinyl and that's how old that is. It was 1980. Marianne, that was 1987. If you're keeping track, Marianne.
In case she says the date was not 87, it was 86.
No.
88.
Did she say that?
No.
Oh, you're okay.
Prepping you.
I was good. Oh my God.
That is funny. We're having lots of fun here. Lots of fun. They like the choice of song that you selected.
Oh, good.
Things. And let's see what other treasures we come up with here in our vault of memories. This is a cool one. Everybody loves Opal.
That's the very first show that I ended up doing.
That's when you were talking about, yeah.
And that's the cover of the program. It was the first time my name was in the back where it said Apprentices, MICHAEL McASSEey. And I was like, oh, look, I'm in a program.
Ralph gives 10 points to Marianne.
Gives her 10 points for what?
Keeping score. What's happening down there?
Right here. Well, I'm actually texting my producer because he's like, I thought we're, and I'm like, still on the show. We're good. Talk to you later. Bye.
Carnegie Hall's closed. You can't perform there tonight.
You can't go there. Well, you could drive by. Oh Lord, George Chakiris, who won the Tony for playing Bernardo in the West Side Story movie, the original. The second time, a couple years later, I was an apprentice. I just kept apprenticing at other theaters.
Sure.
This theater, he was playing Henry Higgins in My Fair Lady, and he was another great person who, will talk to the kids and people working backstage. They don't have to think, well, I'm sorry, but I'm the star of the show. I don't talk to the peons. So he hung out. He was just one of us. Great guy.
Ralph asks if you know Ann Hampton Calloway's Christmas song.
No. Thank you for asking. I'm like, what is this? Stump the band?
I know.
I'm theme parks.
I don't know. I can't speak for the Lovedies, but I'm with you, Michael. You're the guest. He's causing the guy to drink.
I just came here to drink.
He's drinking on the job here.
To drink and eat cookies, but obviously we can't eat the darn cookies.
That's the endless glass that keeps getting refilled.
It's almost empty though. It's a good boots.
That's a great shot.
That's a cast album. That's a cast photo of the show at people went to theme parks back in the day. This was our cast. We did 6 shows a day, 6 days a week at Marriott's Great America, just outside of Chicago. And it's still there, but I don't think it's Marriott now. Who knows? It used to be Bugs Bunny was our Mickey Mouse. Bugs Bunny was the character everybody wanted to be with, but anyway, just a long time ago. Oh, that was actually in that show.
Sonny and Cher.
There was a section of the show about Hollywood, and we came out as Sonny and Cher. Yes, and I should have kind of stooped down a little bit because I was too tall. But anyway, I love that suit.
Tell him about Brian, Grandma.
Tell him about Brian, Grandma. I have no idea.
I think
Brian, Grandma.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Masters, your host, and this is our game show tonight. Stump the Stars. We're bringing that back. I hosted a game show once, and a shopping show.
Oh my God.
And a news program and all of it. Working on JB. I don't know. Jim Beam? Is he drinking?
Oh, I'll drink to that. Oh, it's like Sorry.
JB, as a guest on our
JB.
show, what's happening? Is that what he?
Ralph, could you not be cryptic and just type out what you mean?
He's
Just
stumping
type
us.
it out.
Ralph is stumping us, working on JB. Tell him about Brian Grandma.
I don't know who Brian Grandma is. What are you
I,
doing?
I don't either.
I'm looking and
I
working
don't
on
even have a
JB.
cousin named Brian.
Christine says he's got nothing.
Got nothing. I don't either.
Thank
Broadway
you,
Carol.
Broadway Carol. Again, Ralph, are you high? Are those He's another friend, so I can harass Ralph and Marianne.
When
'cause
all
we
else
go way
fails, bring in George
back. George.
with his cigar and his. They're really causing you to drink tonight. You're
Broadway Carol, Brian Grandma. See, even Marianne says Brian Grandma with a question mark.
I was going to say,
I don't feel so bad.
Is the crowd turning on you or what?
Boy, I hope not.
I
I
mean,
was like,
mine are levities. The others, I can't speak for them. That is funny. Let's see. More. How do you like it? How do you like it? We
how do you like it? How do you like it?
We're up to photo 480.
Oh my God.
451.
If you're following along in your hymnals,
If you
go,
just joined us,
oh,
folks.
look at it's me as a baby.
If you just joined us, folks, have a seat.
It
Here we
may
go.
take a while.
Oh, my grandpa, no glasses. Ralph.
Oh my grandpa. Ralph, you're killing me, Ralph.
Then he goes, okay. Then he goes, stump the piano player.
Well, you did, obviously, like numerous times.
Did Brian play the part of a grandma?
Thank you, Marcia. I have no idea. We seem to not know
I
what
heard a bell
planet
go
Ralph
off.
is on
I
tonight.
heard a bell go off. Did that ring a bell?
Yeah. You know, when you hear a bell, an angel gets its wings.
So, in case you're just joining us and you think you're looking at Charles Schultz's Schroeder on the screen,
it does, doesn't it?
this is great. Huh? Who did this?
This was when I first got to New York and I played piano at a restaurant called Great Aunt Fanny's on West 46th Street. And it was one of those after theater hangouts. I remember playing parties. Candor and Ebb would come and have dinner. I was playing piano one night out of the Jerry Herman songbook. I turned the page and there was an 8x10 of Jerry Herman. And I looked up from the piano and Jerry Herman was having dinner 3 feet away from me, smiling. And I tried never to play people's songs if they were in the restaurant. But that's all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm playing all their songs. That cartoon, there was a famous cartoonist for the New Yorker named, and he just went by the name Shervanian. And I looked that up, but he drew that for me one night and I used it for one of my first shows. And then he was a sweet guy at Great Aunt Fanny's. And the next thing I know, he's this like Pulitzer Prize winning cartoonist and it's like world famous. And I'm like, well, it was just Sherv. It's like, what do I know?
And to think if Jerry Herman was having dinner 3 feet away from you, it would be 6 feet now. Now we might be getting closer to the stumping here.
Oh no!
Now that jumped.
Grandmother is by the
late night comic.
We've covered that, Ralph. Where have you been? That was covered about an hour ago. Grandpa.
Yes.
Grandpa. Yes.
Brian
Grandpa.
Gary, Grandpa.
Oh dear.
The lines are running late.
The lines are running late.
What lines?
I think he wants me to
people. The voting lines are running late.
Brian Gary, who was the composer of Late Night Comic, his grandfather was Eddie Cantor. I think that's what Ralph was trying to get to. So
you're saying read the lines, but I think you are.
Stop,
read between the lines.
Read between the lines. Or somebody said, "Stop stealing my lines. You got enough on your face already."
Let's go back to the photos.
I'll do the. This was. It was the first time that Broadway and opera kind of mixed up. It was right after Evita, and Hal Prince was hired to direct this Kurt Weill opera, starring Joel Grey. And so there were all these opera people and then some Broadway people. I started out as what's called a supernumerary, where it's just people, spear carriers, third Chuck. And I ended up being Joel Gray's footman. So I would follow him around, he's the star. But the quick little funny story about
pedicures.
It's what? Pedicures? Oh, I had one today.
You were his footman.
I was his footman.
Joel Gray's footman.
There was a big to do because at intermission.
Is there a delay with this Wi-Fi?
Hello, testing.
Turn up the speed.
Am I on? How am I doing?
Frank. I'm calling him Frank. Ralph chimed in and said, "This is what I was expecting."
This is what I have no idea what he was expecting.
And then Marianne goes, "I figured that out."
Okay, the two of them need to have their own show. The two of them, because right now, you know who they remind me of? They remind me of those Muppets up on the balcony that are like, "Oh, can you play far, far away?"
Archie and Edith. That is fun.
Archie and Edith. Like, that's the cast album of the show. But the the funny story with that is, at intermission one night, Julius, the world famous Julius Riddell, the conductor and music director, came on the backstage intercom and cursed out the chorus and said how terrible they were.
Wow.
They refused to go on for the second act. It was an hour and 10-minute second act because they had to get Beverly Sills, who at the time was the head of New York City Opera. They had to bring her from home, and she had to try to talk Julius Riddell into apologizing so that the chorus would go. But opera, you don't mess with opera singers.
No,
they will cut you. So it was this whole big to do, and we're like just sitting there, and it was just one of the funniest things. And I was just a fly on the wall. I was nothing. I just stood around going, okay, I'm watching all this happening. This is just freaky. But anyway, that was Silver Lake, which is actually really the first thing I ever did in New York when I got to town.
Fantastic.
And that's my first stand-up act. And my show was called Just Another Victim of Pianist Envy. And there. And that was my.
You do that for yourself?
I do. Hey, if I don't, who will?
Guess what?
What?
Sherry says, "I'm laughing so hard I'm crying."
Oh, Sherry, here's a tissue, but I just say drink more.
Marcia says, "Unsolved mysteries." And Marianne goes, "Ha ha ha." This is.
Well, I don't know.
Where would you get entertainment like this, folks? I tell you, without fees involved. This was your first stand-up?
Yes,
but you don't look outstanding.
And that photo shoot was so painful because you couldn't physically lay inside the piano on the strings, so I was sort of propped and kind of angled, and I was like, "Take the picture, take the picture."
You look like, yeah, exactly.
hence the look. Is
that because the pianist had pressed down on one of the keys while the lid was open and you were laying there? That would do it. Ralph goes, "Yes, getting closer."
I don't know what that means, Ralph.
What is
Ralph? Speak to me, Ralph.
What is your producer saying, or is that mom saying?
No, this is. Well, I'll let you in again. Sorry, just it's so rude. We're in the 37th hour of the telethon, and after your show, again, I do my own show, Open Mac, on Sunday nights, and tonight my producer and a couple friends were going to try to. I've been doing just YouTube and not Facebook.
Yeah.
And I've been losing some people. So we're going to do an experiment, and I'm going to try to go to all three platforms, and we're all going to talk to each other and see if that creates a mess or if it's better. It's just a technical thing. Yeah. And I said, we can do it like a little after 9 because, I'll be on chips. Yeah. So they're all okay. They said, just holler when you're done.
Starting here, starting off.
That was it was a review at Don't Tell Mama, 4-person review, and I music directed. And it was a review of songs from musicals that played off Broadway, not on Broadway. And I played in the piano bars, and on Wednesday nights, my singing waitress was Idina Menzel. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of her. Or
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Nazel whatever her stage name.
Yeah, there was a PBS special that I got a chance to co-host with her and my other co-host at WNET 13 in New York.
Nice.
It was the special. Was it Barefoot at the Symphony? Marvin Hamlish, and she was one of the performers.
Yes.
Tay Diggs was there, and it was.
I think I saw that. I'm going to have to go back through my archives now, Jim, and stalk you.
And during the run of that PBS special or public television special, Marvin, they were offering tickets to the concerts and then Marvin had passed.
Yeah.
During that time.
Yeah.
And she was in the studio, and yeah, she was delightful, Adina.
It's so funny because we worked together, and she would come in from Jersey and or Long Island because she was singing with a wedding band. So she'd go and do weddings on the weekends to make money. And she's singing with me on Wednesday nights, and she'd do all this pop stuff. And I kept trying to go, we're kind of a theater bar. You should do some theater tunes too. And I introduced her to a couple of songs that she loved. But it's like I joke thinking, I'm telling this girl she should learn some more theater songs. A year later, she's starring in Rent on Broadway. And then, who ever heard of her after that? So I'm like, what am I telling her to not sing? You should sing more theater stuff. So I just thought it was funny. But we had fun, and that show was fun. And yeah, she was really, really lovely. Everybody's lovely, I guess, tonight. That's my
lovely.
My word of the lovely. Everybody's lovely.
Everybody's a lovely. In case you need to be reminded, he's live from Atlantic City or just outside. See, you got all bases covered. You got all bases
just outside. Yeah, just outside works. Go to Harrah's, turn left, and take the Bay Bridge, and then you'll be on the island, and you'll be here with the Islanders.
Yes, exactly. Marianne says this is live entertainment. No one can write a script like this. Thank you, Marianne. I appreciate it.
Jim and I have been rehearsing for hours.
You and Jim chemistry. Very nice. Appreciate that, Ralph.
I failed chemistry, and I had to take it twice.
How about physics?
Who knows?
Ralph says good.
Does physics work when you drink?
Well, yeah, that's the law of physics. It's going down, and of course. It's going down. And Christine's trying to help, as far as trying to figure out what
Christine
talking about.
That's funny. I should have called Ralph and go, what the heck are you talking about?
You got to phone the friend or more clues. Such a great night. Definitely comedy tonight as well. We got it all here. Comedy, conversation, music.
I love that.
For you. You never know what happens on the Jim Master Show live. Light, love, levity. From Christopher. I love Jim, so I look to the Jim Masters Show, 140 shows. I see. Very nice. Very nice. I thank you very much. Then Let It Go happened. Yes, for Adina.
Why, yes, it did.
Let It Go.
Well, Wicked happened, and then Let It Go. But yes.
Let It Go.
Mm-hmm. Her little career just kind of, there she is. She's a baby. She's a baby. Well,
was that not perfectly timed or what?
We are both babies. We're both babies.
Yeah. That's amazing. When was this?
Oh God, I want to say
19 what?
80.
Wow.
85. What the year before Rent, and I can't remember what year Rent started. But I don't know. It was all I could do to try to remember people's names, much less what year it was.
Right. What's your name?
Nadine Nadezim or whatever.
Right.
name was.
Imagine if I had a co-host named Johnson. You know what the show would be called?
Masters and Johnson. I love that series.
I'll give you 10 points for that one. That was quick.
Because, oh my God. That's a poster that I took off my wall.
This is your life.
I know it is. And listen, I told Ralph, I said, I'm just sending you a whole bunch of stuff. Don't give him everything. Just figure out. And I'm like, he gave you everything. I was in Paris for the summer.
Did he tell you I also charged per photo?
Oh, no. Well, you'll get my bill.
So, have a good night, folks.
Give me a needle and thread. My sides are splitting. This was Paris. There was a 4-person Broadway singing group in New York, and they were going to Paris, and their musical director, they were looking for a second pianist. And then they hired me to be the second keyboard for the show. And then I would go downstairs in the lobby and do New York Piano Bar. They wanted a New York experience. The show, Barbara Cook was part of the show. Patti LuPone was part of the show. And then afterwards, I would go down and do Piano Bar 5 nights a week. And we were there for 2 months, and it was just the best time. And one night they were saluting Sid Charisse, and they were showing Singing in the Rain, because the big dance section in Singing in the Rain is her in that really tight green dress. And it's just a phenomenal moment. So it was a salute to her on the weekend. We did the Broadway show. Barbara Cook did her act. Patty was in our show. Dee Dee Bridgewater, phenomenal jazz singer who actually won the Tony for The Wiz on Broadway originally, and then couldn't get arrested in New York. So she moved to Europe and became a big, big jazz star. But anyway, so yeah, but Patty and I connected, and I have a feeling what you're about to bring up next. But Patty and I became friends. She didn't like the musical director, the way he played her songs. So she would only let me play her songs. So I got to play like Meadowlark and What's New Buenos Aires. And then when we came back to the States, I toured with her a little bit. She played a lot of gigs like in the Catskills, and we had a lovely time. You know, I'm using lovely a lot. We had a great time. It wasn't lovely, lovelies, but are you hungry? You're eating a cookie. Can somebody smack him? Oh, wait, you're over there. Smack him. Oh, my God. That's good, too, isn't it?
Keep talking.
You know, I didn't have dinner before the show because I didn't want to have food and singing. So I'm sitting here going, oh, I'm going downstairs for a grilled cheese and chili. Join me.
I'm going to eat a cookie for every photo we show.
You'll be big as a house. Oh my God. This really is like, this is your life. I thought this show was over at 8:30. Oh,
AM.
oh.
AM.
Oh, I didn't know we're doing a marathon.
We never, well, we did we say the time zone?
Oh, no, got me there. All right.
All right. So we're up to when you were 12 years old.
No. And now I'm 13. Good night, everybody.
And now you're 13. Here's a cool one.
Well, that's like the inside of the program with the different people when we were all in Paris. So there was like the group in the middle, and then there were like the different stars. Patty had very 80s headshots and had that photo. And then they put a little baby faced me down in the corner in my little white suit.
This just in from Marianne.
Thank you, Marianne. Ladies and gentlemen, Rent opened on Broadway in 1986. So that picture, and she and I thought it was about 85. So that was good. Thanks, Marianne. They're killing me. There's Sid. That's Sid Charisse. And she came downstairs in my little white suit at my little piano bar. I didn't send you a picture. The piano was see-through. It was like an acrylic grand piano. It was the coolest thing ever.
You sent us the photo. We just couldn't say it.
Oh, I didn't send a photo, did I?
See-through.
See.
Have another drink. You need another swig. You're overdue.
All right. Just because you said so.
I'm the host. Have another swig.
I got about one swig left, and then the show has to be over. Because if I got no more hooch, we're done.
What do you turn into? A frog? Does it wear off?
I haven't decided what I'm going to be for Halloween yet.
So here you are.
That's Sid. Me and Sid.
Is this more lap or what?
No, she's leaning because I'm sitting at the piano. I had just done a number, and she came up to go, "Oh, hello."
You just done a number. Patti LuPone.
Yeah, that's Patty. That's us backstage before I went on to play for her. See, I had two different suits. For on stage, I had a black suit.
What is she saying there? That's some expression.
Well, yeah, it's like we were just messing around in the hallway, and it was I don't remember. Something was like up against.
Touch me.
I think it was like up against the wall, you guys, and we're like, oh, all right, whatever.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's a great shot of the two of you.
It is a great shot. It's just not very. The story is not very exciting, unfortunately. But
And now for some wonderful CBS soap opera action. Guiding.
Oh God! All right, this is a hard picture to see because I think my dog peed on it or something. But in 1985. I was on the guiding light for about 2.5 months, and I played a blind piano player named George Baldwin. No relation to the piano. Wait. And it was Christmas time, and I was the music director at a school for the blind. Beth, one of the lead characters on Guiding Light, had been blinded in a bombing accident. And so she was giving up on life, and she was at this school, and we were all there to cheer her up and go, hey, it's okay. It's okay to be blind. We can still do stuff. So anyway, it's taking too long to explain this, but on the show, her boyfriend supposedly played the piano. Yeah, no, it's taking way too long. Are we done? But it was Christmas time, and I was like Barry Manilow, and my friend Doris Troy, the big black lady with the big voice. We would always fight because she wanted to sing gospel, and I wanted to sing Barry Manilow, and that was part of our little fun stuff on the show. The crisis. You what?
That's quite a range between the gospel and the metal.
I know. Well, and then what happened was my character got a cornea transplant on New Year's Eve or on Christmas Eve. So George had to go to the hospital. Who's going to play the Christmas pageant? And it turned out that the lead character, her boyfriend who was there pretending to be a janitor so that he could keep an eye on her at the blind school, keep an eye on her, he could suddenly play the piano. But it was actually me off camera. So they fired me from on camera, but I still stayed there for a couple of weeks and played piano off camera for him. It's way too long to explain that, but it was it was fun. Now, can you pop that picture back up one more time? Jim, oh, he left. You left. You took the cookies and left, didn't you?
I was dealing with another cookie. Here we go.
That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can find, because I'm looking at it now. I don't know if you see at the bottom of the picture on the right side, there's a girl sitting with sunglasses on.
Yes.
Okay, she's the lead girl. Okay. Look up above her and then count 1, 2, 2.5 people in. That's my friend and yours, Karen Mason.
Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. She was on that.
I don't know when she was on. Did she talk to you about like the 8 months or the year that she had like no voice and for a while thought she'd never sing again?
That part I didn't know. No.
Oh, boy, I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but she lost her voice for almost a year.
Wow.
And this was before Sunset Boulevard. And for a while, it looked like she'd never sing again. Yeah. And when she talked, it was kind of like a Minnie Mouse voice. When they were looking for other people to be like school teachers at the blind school for like extra work. And so the casting director was a friend of mine and was also directed my cabaret act, and he knew Karen. So he called her to give her work for a month. She was on the show for a few weeks.
Right.
Because again, at the time, we never, thank God it came back and everything's great. But yeah, that was a scary year for her. And but anyway, I wish that picture was clearer because we did get to hang out and have fun, even though it was like the worst of times for her.
Absolutely. Beautifully said. And here's another one we have. That was Guiding Light. More? This one here, Freddie's poster.
Oh, Freddie's Supper Club was this great throwback to the 40s on the east side of Manhattan. And it was like, Andrew McArdle, Donna McKechnie, Marilyn May, all the big stars played the room, big posh overstuffed banquettes and seats. And it was just a great place. They had a cabaret competition, and it was like long before American Idol, but it was like 3 or 4 week process where we all auditioned. And anyway, I got down to the end, and Jerry and I were tied. So they gave us both a 2-week engagement, a 2-week engagement. I was the opening. I was the early show the first week, and he was the late show, and then we switched. But it was great. And it was, at the time, they would put posters all over town. So you'd go all over New York City, and I would see that face, and I'm going, ooh, okay, I made it. You know, it was, I loved Freddy's. It was just one of those great old time clubs. No longer with us.
Dig that mullet, Michael.
Yeah. Thank you, Marcia. Those were the Les Mis years on Broadway. In the 80s, everybody started growing their hair long because we all wanted to be in Les Mis. And nobody thought of, oh, well, they can just wig people in Les Mis.
They could do that, yeah.
Back in the 80s, nobody thought about that. You had to have real hair and a real haircut. It was just weird. But anyway, yes, those were our Les Mis period.
That leads me to Top Banana.
Oh, no. Oh.
And not just Top Banana, but Top Banana Edit. I noticed you do that Home Alone face quite a bit.
Yes, I do.
This is Macaulay Culkin today.
Oh.
You.
Okay.
Wi-Fi freeze frame.
Uh-oh.
You can't tell if we're really
is this,
or if we're just...
Is this, I don't know if this, well, now...
That scares people when you say that. We're not freezing, but if you say it, it puts panic in people.
Everybody, what? Where?
Wi-Fi freeze frame. Say that 5 times fast.
No, I've been drinking. Wi-Fi freeze frame.
Red room. Top Banana Edit. They're like, what the heck is he talking about?
This was a Johnny Mercer review that we did in Florida, and it's
Willie, don't go yet. There's more music. It's like 5 a.m. for her, so we're gonna throw.
Oh my God, bless her heart.
She's here.
It's quick.
Top Banana.
You gotta roll your eyes and make a funny face.
Then do a take and holler, this must be the place. Hey, there was this beautiful girl banging on my hotel room door all last night. I finally had to let her out.
I'm so happy.
Yeah?
I just got back from a pleasure trip. I took my mother-in-law to the airport. If you wanna be the top, you gotta start at the bottom of the bunch. It doesn't matter if the jokes are clean or shady.
Make fun of anybody, even your old lady. You know?
I've been in love with the same woman for 49 years. If my wife ever finds out, she'll kill me.
Jokes. I love that number. There was a whole bunch more of them. It was great. That was an old Broadway show that Phil Silvers starred in.
Oh, Phil Silvers, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's great material. Written by Johnny Mercer.
Now, here's 1 minute as well, the 1 minute clip.
All right. This sums it up really well. This is kind of my onstage theatrical career. I have played Edna in Hairspray twice, and I've played Max in The Producers 3 times. And I hope to spend the rest of what little there is left of my career going back and forth between those 2 shows. It's fine. They're 2 of my favorite shows ever.
That's fantastic. Everybody's having lots of fun. Oh my God.
I'm glad you're all still awake.
We're having lots of crack tonight, you know. And you know what that is, right? Yes. Right.
No.
You have the Irish in you too. Crack. It's amazing. Some of the Irish artists I've had on that are great friends. So they started saying, and the viewers were saying, you guys are having lots of crack. You're doing lots of crack. And I said, wait a minute, we're going to have to the American and Canadian audience and basically anybody out of Ireland and the UK area, we have to explain that, because if you say that Jim Masters and so did crack the night before, we're going to be in the papers in the morning. So that's the Irish spelling and the Irish way. And be sure and tell your producer as you text him right now.
I'm so sorry.
What it means. Crack, C-R-A-I-C.
Now I see the spelling. So it's like
jolly time, fun time, good time. So you're having lots of Irish crack tonight. So now you know.
Give me some Irish crack. I'm going to be saying that now all week.
Exactly. That is funny. That is funny. So here's 1 minute and some more great material coming up here as we have lots of crack here. I love Hairspray and Yes and Me Too. And here we go. This will be cool. Massey in a minute.
I thought I would be the biggest thing in Brazil. Better be careful what you wish for.
He turned to me on his deathbed and he said, Maxima, alle Menschen müssen machen, jeden durch den ganzen Katzen, pitchen wie die Kacken.
What does that mean?
Who knows? I don't speak Yiddish. That's it, baby, when you got it, flaunt it! Flaunt it! What did Washington say to his troops as they crossed the Delaware? I'm sure you're well aware. It's this time remain to be betrayed.
Betrayed! 30 seconds of each, quick.
I tell you, that was cool. That was cool.
I love those shows. I love doing those shows. But yeah, that sums up the later in life career. So it's I love being on stage. What can I tell you? Obviously,
you really enjoy it, absolutely, and you can see that you do.
Oh, that was Late Night Comic. That was a picture outside the theater that was up for 3 days because we opened on a Thursday and closed on a Saturday. Wow. Yeah, and there's a lot of Les Mis hair over there if you see me.
Yeah. Nice. I like that too, huh?
I'm here. Yeah.
You seeing that? Yeah. We're trying to see if we could get that one going. That was everything is
everything is possible. That's a long, and that's the obviously like your people can't read. That's the book that the writer wrote about the experience of doing the show. We started in New London, and he wrote it like 20 years later. He was not. That's me as Macy Mouse at Macy's.
Really?
Macy
Mouse at Macy's?
Macy Mouse at Macy's. Really quick, Late Night Comic opened on a Thursday, closed on Saturday. Monday morning, I was a waiter at a restaurant down the street, and I went to my first table. And the table looks up and they say, "Oh my God, we just saw you Saturday night on Broadway. You're great. How's it going?" And I said, "The specials today, the soup is French onion, and we're having a special on the tuna niçoise. What can I get you?"
Right.
That's literally, I was on Broadway on Saturday night and taking food orders on Monday afternoon. And then I went to Macy's later in the week, and I used to be an elf in Santaland. And they were like, "You want to be Macy Mouse?" They would put me in this suit and give me free reign. I would walk throughout the whole store and just harass people. And the best part about it was I would walk through and I go, "Merry Christmas. This way to see Santa. Welcome to Macy's. Merry Christmas, everybody." So that was the best non-theatrical. Well, it's theatrical. That was the best part-time job I had in between shows ever because I could shop while I was going through it. And I literally would just harass shoppers. It was awesome.
John Krongard is watching. Claps, 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 claps.
John's one of my producers who's
texting you.
They're stalking me. Yes, because I was just letting them know that. Well, no, it's not 9:15. I'll see you in a few minutes. We're yakking. We're having fun. No, they're all good.
Hello, John.
Everybody's thrilled. Hi,
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yes, because we've been trying to get everybody to subscribe to mine as well. So if you guys subscribe to mine and I subscribe to yours, and it's everybody's
one happy family.
To everybody.
A hard time to be single.
The gentleman in the beard in the middle, who wrote Late Night Comic, and then that book about how bad it was. He wrote a review that played at Don't Tell Mama and at 88's, and called "A Hard Time to Be Single," a pop show. And we ended up actually recording an album, and that's a picture of the vocal selections you could get in the store. Mm-hmm. So I was like very excited because I was like, oh, hey, look, I had hair. It's the little things, Jim. It's the little things. God, 88's great club that opened in the Village. That's a New Year's Eve gig, and Lois Sage and Nancy Timpanaro, good friends. We go way back, and that was some New Year's Eve. And look, in 1988, you could get a whole New Year's Eve show for only $55.
$55.
Now it's $155.
55 is just the drink bill now.
Yeah. Exactly. On RSVP cruises, that's Michael Feinstein playing My Favorite Year for me. That's my favorite year phase. I have to let you know, Michelle Browerman sent me a notice about a half an hour ago. She was watching the show.
Yeah.
And she just wrote in and just goes, "You were lovely." She's like, I love her. She came to Piano Bar Live last year, and we were going to show the video, but she played the song. She played My Favorite Year for me to stand up in the middle of the room and sing. And it was heaven to have the woman that wrote the song play it, because it's different than I played. It was just the coolest thing. So I love her.
Donny Osmond.
It is. And my friend Jerry McIntyre on the left. I was in Chicago. I played second keyboard, and I taught the children's choruses for Donnie's production of Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. And this is us running in Donnie and Marie Christmas on Broadway. So we went backstage a couple of times after the show.
Yeah, that's it. You teased us. Why don't you finish that off? Do some Jingle Bells. Go ahead.
Oh, I actually don't know the song without. I was like,
Jingle Bells.
I just know that. Yeah, without the music. Jingle bells, hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Shaka Khan.
Shaka Khan. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice.
You are now waiting to. Oh, there she is. We've already seen her. You saw her. She's there. It's just that, yeah. And what's funny, well, I was on the road.
I like the way you merge your sentences based on what you see on the screen. You're like, in a 1950, look at that.
It's like a Rorschach tech. I'm like, oh, pretty colors. I love my hair then.
I tell you, yeah. On the left, you look great. Who's the guy on the right?
Oh, there you go. That's Trekkie Monster. I was on the road with Avenue Q as the conductor for about a year and a half. Great show and great time.
They saw Donnie, and now all of a sudden,
Christopher. Then you saw me. I was in the pit.
Bernadette. Oh my God, Donnie.
Yeah.
Now they're going to want to hear Puppy Love.
Everybody. I don't know that one either. Let's call him. See if he'll play it. That was from my first production of the producer. Again, you saw these in the clip of the Hairspray producers.
Yeah.
But these are that was the first production.
John Davidson.
That's John Davidson. I did 3 shows with him as his conductor. Chicago, the Will Rogers Follies, and This is Man of La Mancha. He's just a great guy.
Isn't he? Yeah. Do you remember when he used to have a talk show in the afternoon? Yeah. The John Davidson show?
Has he done your show yet?
On CBS? I would love to have him on, just as a television guy too, which he has that background.
Well, I'll put you two need to talk. He needs to know his act, like he just did at Birdland last year when we could still go out. He does his own show now, and he plays the guitar. He plays the guitar and plays for himself and wanders through the room. And I kept thinking, oh, this is not going to go well. It's going to be all folk songs and stuff. It was hysterical.
Yeah.
It was a brilliant show. And he's on tour with it all over the country.
And he's a good guy too.
He's a great guy.
He's a good guy.
This would be great for him to do.
Love it.
So remind me later, we'll talk.
Absolutely. That would be great.
Again, that's Andre DeShields. We saw his shirtless picture earlier, who's the Tony Award winner for Hadestown, right? Well, not right now, but when we're back. That was just the poster. That's the show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like the Ritz, Terrence McNally. My
comedy
friend
with a happy ending.
Yes. It's a very hysterical play. And I got to play the lead guy co-starring with my old friend Alexandra Billings, who is a huge, actually she should be right now starring in Wicked as Madame Morrible. She was there until they shut down Broadway, so she'll go back. Phenomenal actress. She was in oh my God, Transparent. I was trying to get the name right. The TV series Transparent, and she played Googie Gomez, and she was hysterical. We had a great time doing that show.
Gypsy.
Bless your heart. Gypsy. I played Herbie to Sally
You
Mae.
could finish that other sentence if you wanted
No,
to.
I know. I keep going, and then I look at that. It's like,
Yeah, that's perfect.
my old buddy Sally Mays, who came to New York with Billy Stritch, started in the clubs. She went to Broadway, and we did this about 3 years ago, upstate New York. She was great, and I got to play Herbie. I've music directed the show so many times. It was so great to like actually get up on stage, and now that I'm old, I can play like the old character part. So I was like, oh, good, now I can do it.
Yeah.
I was too old to play Tulta.
Yes.
That's me and Sally in Gypsy.
Cool stuff.
I'm like, I swear. I go, oh, that's a good one. End of this clip. This is great. Oh wait, there's more. But wait, there's more. I love that I sent you all this stuff, and it was sent to just, well, pick out a few things you like, and you put everything up there.
I aim to please.
So please aim.
Marianne chimed in.
There's Marianne. She's got, I didn't tell anybody. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He was also the boy in the Fantastics on CBS Hallmark Hall of Fame back in the 60s.
Oh, remember when they used to do that? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here comes the last one.
You would watch Charlie Brown and all that, and then they would go to the Peter Paul commercial. The mounds and the all those commercials. We had to bring all that. We were talking about that last night.
Yeah, but the commercials were only like a minute long, not like 8.5 minutes,
right?
Like they are now.
Right, exactly. And they had a lot of warmth to them too. And matter of fact, we had Josie Falbo was on last night. And she was for like 30 years a brilliant jingle singer of her own right too, and everything. But
yes,
sing jingles. I mean,
that's
about break today, and all of those incredible. And we were talking about how it would be nice to bring some of those things back, jingles and feel good stuff.
I know.
I think we're missing a lot of that stuff in our society, and that's adding to why people are so edgy. And, there isn't a lot of that. You would walk into a department store and all of this pleasing music was playing throughout. That was, now you walk into the department store, if there's any left, and it's, edgier and just a different feel than when it was sort of flowing and cascading, and it was meant to lift your spirits and not necessarily challenge you.
Yeah, there was warmth into it, and it was
absolutely. You guys are great together. What a fun evening. Thank you very much, Marcia.
I know. Jim, we're going on the road. Oh no, we can't.
Juanita in South Africa, where it's probably 5 a.m. She's a trooper. Going to love you and leave you.
Good night.
Fantastic show, guys. Good night, everyone.
Shaka Khan. Okay.
Somehow those two. That would have been more Mr. Rogers. Stay home. He actually was in the revival of Fantastic Spheres back.
Yes, he was. He played the old actor.
After
we did
her expression when you're responding to what she's writing, because it's like you're saying, yes, you're right, dear.
Yes, Marianne. When John and I were doing Man of La Mancha in that picture that you saw, he was going to New York on his days off to rehearse, because after he finished Man of La Mancha, he went off Broadway and played the old actor in the Fantastics for a couple months. Yes.
That's
she
cool.
Knows things. Yeah. She's got the receipts too.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But you've got the picture.
Oh, God.
That is funny. When you look at all of this, I mean, there's many more pictures that we didn't show.
That's okay. You don't have to show them.
No, not that pictures that we didn't show that we don't have. The ones we had, we showed. The other ones, the inbox overloaded. And, Message undeliverable. No.
Oops.
Why do you love doing what you're doing? What inspires you to continue to create and to have fun while doing it, Michael, and appreciating it and sharing so much of yourself through your art form of music and entertainment and acting as well over the years? What are some of the things that continue to bring you such great joy and blessing to none of it's easy. Like we've always said on this show,
Yeah.
one of the things that we do with anything that we do is to try to make all of this look easy for people, that it's effortless, it's easy. We just sort of walk right in and everything looks like this. And we just, when it's really nothing like that at all, there's so much work and so much blood, sweat, and tears and toil and a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes to make it look easy and effortless, because you want it to be enjoyable and pleasant for everybody. You want their cares and their troubles to be swept away while they're being entertained or informed or educated. What are some of those things that continue to bring you great joy and blessing and inspiration in all this work? And when you look at all of the body of work that you've got there, Michael?
Well,
Good night. Sorry, we've run out of time.
Good night, everybody. I told you, when the hooch is gone, so am I. I was like,
Now, with that question of blessing and joy, I want you to go real deep, and we're going to give you full screen. Go.
No, I have always loved making people laugh. And then I found out I could also make people cry. So I like both. I like engaging with an audience. It's funny, people say, what do you prefer? When I'm on stage, I want to be at the piano. When I'm at the piano, I want to be on stage. I love being in all those places. I also love teaching. As I became a music director, I started teaching a lot of like the different shows with kids, and I love working with all ages. And I found I like sharing what I have with other people that are just as freaky theatrically like I was when I was 15. I don't know how it happened. Like my mom passed away earlier. I always wanted to sort of ask, why did I start doing this? It was always there. I love entertaining. And especially now, like when I can get, like I said earlier, when we were able to do these outdoor piano bars, to come back out and sing with an audience and interact. Well, just like you and I have been interacting all night. I love this. It used to be I was always afraid he couldn't talk. Now I can't shut up. But I love the fact that there are people just as weird as I am, and we all get to hang out and do this. Speaking of weird, there he is. You got a cookie? Do you have a cookie? No, I have a cookie. But I've always loved this, and I will continue to do this just because I can't do anything else. I love all aspects of it. So it's my curse. No, I really do. Give me an audience. And like I said, I love the fact how engaged your audience is. I want this for my shows too. So this is lovely. I'm learning a lot from you. You have the love.
You ran out of sweat.
What are the t-shirts we're getting printed? The Lovities.
I'm getting our Lovities. Yes.
Lovities.
And I'm basically what I'm doing with this show is just really, it's an extension of my personality, who I am.
Yep.
I'm no different off air than I am here. Yep. And in my professional work. And so it's a pleasure to do this as well with everybody and create this warmth in this community we've created, and have great guests like you on and all the viewers and everything. Because it's something that just reflects, the way I think, and you'll have people that will come. Some will come, some will go, but we create a community of positivity and inspiration, and do something different every night, which I enjoy doing.
No, same here. And it's great of the fact that at first I kept, I was compiling stuff and I'm going, people aren't going to be interested in this. Why they? But then I realized I'm interested in other people's stuff. Or like when I go to someone's house and they have pictures on the wall of things, I'm interested. I want to know whether it's theater or not. But especially like in my group, theaters, people are going, oh, well, that's so rude. You're just putting pictures up of yourself at the shows. They're going, I can't afford any artwork myself, but at least these, but that interests me. And to find people that are just as interested in whatever. And I love the fact that what you have with the show is you just start talking. There's no set. I had no idea what to expect. You know, Ralph, we pulled stuff together. I sent you everything in the trunk, and you used everything in the trunk. And I was like, oh, okay. But I keep looking at you because you're there, but you're up there, and I have to get used to that too. I love the fact that we just, like, we were sitting on the front stoop of the brownstone and just start yakking about stuff, and that there were other people that were involved, and it's great. And boy, do we need this right now. So thanks for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure. My pleasure. Trying to bring back the lost art of conversation and sort of the style of the way it used to be with the old school, sensibilities, but with a modern vibe at the same time. And, it's fantastic in terms of having the opportunity to hear, look at this, loved Michael, best show, music, laughs, conversation, stories, incredible, both of you personalities, like Tesla Electric.
We're
Tesla. Thank you for a wonderful evening. And don't go anywhere. We're going to reveal where those cookies came from. Plus, we have a few surprises to show you. So don't go anywhere yet. Jen had to go color her hair during our conversation. She
was. Oh no, I get it. No,
neutral brown to Samhain Halloween. Okay.
I had to go color my hair because you were boring the crap out of me.
Thank you, Michael, for so much laughter, music, these interesting stories. Appreciate your talents.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you, Michael, for an awesome, amazing, wonderful, delightful evening. And you're still thinking about the hair coloring.
Yes.
Jen is now Zen. And she goes, "Good night, Michael."
Thank you, Jen. I love your hair.
Yeah.
Love your hair. Hope you win.
Well, I tell you, this was an amazing evening. And do you know that we've gone 3 hours and 5 minutes?
No.
3 hours and 5 minutes. Every single person says it never feels that way. And I try to make it in a way through the movement, the flow and everything. And to make it not seem like it's that amount of time. But it really is. And it was tremendous.
I didn't mind at all. It's like,
it feels like an hour and a half or something.
It's like
3 hours.
Enough about me. What do you think about me? I was like,
right.
One more. I had to do one more.
Yeah, of course.
Oh no, it's over there.
I know. Antarctica. No, wait. Arctic Circle, Antarctica.
Antarctica.
Yes. Married to Uncle Harry.
Oh my God.
Marianne says, "Michael, this was fun." So that's good.
Thanks, Marianne.
It's all evened out now.
We'd like to thank our fact checker, Marianne Lapinto.
That's right. Fact checkers are very popular right now.
Oh, yes.
Done.
Vote if you haven't already. I have. Anyway.
Well, what a treat. So happy to meet you, Michael. Great as always, Jim. Thank you, Marcia.
Thanks.
We appreciate that. Michael, awesome. Terrific. Excellent. Thank you so much for spending all of this time. And I hope the conversation, the levity, the episode met whatever expectations you have. And I certainly hope you enjoyed the time with me as much as I have with you.
It was great. I'm so glad we had this time together. Yeah. Should we do that?
In honor of Carol.
In honor of Carol. Thank you so much. And like I said, I would love any of your people want to come to the show. I'm now talking. I will be, what do we call it? I will be now plugging your show on my show.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, no, because what I do and my people, which I want to expand, and I invite all of you, either find me on Facebook or Open Mac Music on Facebook. Just find me on Facebook. It's all good.
Absolutely.
But
and you're welcome back anytime. We'll have you back.
I will come back anytime. This is what we need more of. And this is, so like my people are going to love finding your people and vice versa. So I'm like, this is,
and
so
have them call each other. Have your people call my people.
I lost my people. They're quarantined in
she wants you to know that she was listening while coloring her hair.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Now you could sleep tonight, Michael.
I'm going to go color my hair now. Look at that. It's going to go.
This show has been a blast. Thank you so much.
I can't believe you all stayed for all of this. God love you.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you, Kathleen, dear friend. Thank you for being here with us, Michael. Fun show. Absolutely. We try to make it fun. We learn something. We're educated, knowledge building, but at the same time, we have a good time and try to spread the positivity. Michael, brilliant career, wonderful entertainer, great talent. And thanks for spending all of this time with us. Truly appreciate it. And I hope, at some point we'll be able to, when you come out of quarantine in Atlantic City or just outside of Atlantic City.
Yes, thank you.
And the greater AC metro area, we'll get together and break bread and
that'd be great. Yeah, I'll be back in New York
with
City.
The glasses, and that'd be great.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I thank Ralph for putting us together, and this was awesome. Thank you so much, and thank all of you. I'm like still reading. Later, I'll go back and read through everybody because again, I was like, I can't see. What are you saying? I was like, this has been
in
lovely.
San Diego says, thank you, Michael. And
thank you.
Stay safe and stay well, Michael. Bernadette. And it was very enjoyable. We just hang loose here.
Girl, I love that.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you so much.
Let's see. Christine says, in North Carolina, every bit of these hours were a joy with Michael. So much musical theater talent, fabulous sense of humor, comedy tonight, much needed. You're to be great on that lovety cruise.
All right, we're going to cruise.
You're a fun lovety. Cruise. There are loveties, and then there's fun loveties.
You're all going on a cruise. I know you're all. I can see where you're talking, but you're all right there. You're all going on a cruise. We'll have fun.
Stay safe and be well.
Back at you.
One more. Dun. Perfect.
Shaka Khan.
Michael, I tip my hat. A pleasure. And we will see you again soon. Okay. You be well. You stay safe and keep creating. And it was a pleasure having you on the show tonight, my friend.
Thank you. Anytime. Good night, everybody. Stay safe. Whoa.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye now. Now text your producer back.
Poor people. They're coloring their hair. Who knows?
It is Friday night. Isn't that the night where the coloring happens?
Wait, it's Thursday night.
I knew. I just wanted to see if you were still listening.
See, now, if you were only doing one, stop it. We'll talk about it later. You do every night, so no wonder you don't know what day it is.
I don't even know what year it is. What month is this? Thanksgiving was last week, right?
Oh.
Good night, my friend.
Good night. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, folks. Did you have fun? Was it fantastic? Great guy and super talent. And it was a real pleasure to have him here on the show and devote all this time with us on our broadcast. Thanks for all the great comments, everybody around the world. We thank you so very much. And yes, Bernadette, I did get the photos for the costume party show we're having on Saturday night. Don't go anywhere, folks. I got a couple of things to show you. And also I'm going to tell you where those chocolate chip cookies that I've been sort of teasing you with came from. And I want to thank the person on the air as well. We're having a costume party, Halloween costume party on the Jim Master Show live this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Folks are sending in all their photos of them in costume and their grandkids or their kids in costume, either this year or from previous years as well. Some who don't have that, they are sending in just, decorative Halloween themed photos. And we'll try to show as many as we can on our Halloween costume party show. Some of the loveties are actually going to be coming on as guests in costume. I'm going to be in costume. Who knows what that shall be? And that will be on Saturday night. So it's going to be a fun time. Lots of viewer interaction. We'll have fun. And I look forward to it. A special show that we're doing just for all of you. We were going to take the night off, actually, Halloween night, but we decided to put together a fun show just for all of you here on the Jim Masters Show live. And thanks for having him on. Thanks for coming on to talk. You are very, very welcome. And I know Jen is Zen. He loved the whole hair coloring thing, which was very, very funny. All right. So before I show you the cookies, I just want to show you some really cool things I received in the mail. Phil Coulter, the legendary Irish multi-platinum gold record music producer, and as well as songwriter, musician, an absolute institution in the music business, the music industry. This is his autobiography, It's extraordinary. I started reading it today. This just came in the mail today from Ireland, from Phil. Really beautiful. He autographed it, which was nice. He's going to be a very special guest. The autobiography is going to be part of the show we have on Sunday, November 15th, exclusively. The one and only legend, Phil Coulter, is going to be here as a very special guest, live and direct from Ireland. He has worked with some of the greatest artists around the world. He's helped really guide the careers of so many. And he's an incredible musician, songwriter, and multi-platinum winning record producer. This is his book, Phil Coulter, Bruised, Never Broken. Very honored that he sent this to me. And he also sent, now this is a real treat. Again, we're going to have him as a guest November 15th exclusively. We have some amazing guests coming up. He autographed this as well, which I really, really appreciate. This is his book, Phil Coulter, The Songs I Love So Well, Music and Lyrics. This is really, really, really something very, very special. And again, let me see if we can get that. Yeah, I know the light. There you go. Phil Coulter, Music and Lyrics. Really, really beautiful. And it's the actual music to so much of his incredible work. Ireland's Call. I mean, I Love the Ground. I mean, there's incredible songs that he is responsible for. Home from the Sea. I mean, you've heard so many artists actually sing this. Take Me Home. A lot of Celtic Thunder has performed these songs, and so many others. So he sent this, the song book, music and lyrics, as well as his autographed book. And I really, really appreciate that. It was a really beautiful treat. And he's going to be on November 15th. That's going to be exclusive. I just want to show you quickly, and then I'll tell you the cookies in a second, where they came from. They're delicious chocolate chip cookies, really, and I appreciate that. So this is Phil Coulter. He is coming on November 15th. That'll be a special time. It'll be exclusively on our YouTube channel. And that is YouTube is Jim Masters TV. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you don't miss anything, because that is exclusively on our YouTube channel. Phil Coulter will be here, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, and it'll be 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and England. So that's why we're doing it earlier on that day, is because all the folks in Ireland and Scotland and England and Europe who will want to watch will be able to watch it at an earlier time. If we did it at 7 o'clock at night, it would be midnight there. So we're adjusting the time of a few of our shows for our European guests. And boy, do we have several of them coming on. So Phil Coulter, I've always been a fan of his, but more than that, I'm just honored that he's going to be coming on our show on the 15th. George Hutton, who is a brilliant Irish pop star and lyric tenor and singer-songwriter, he's going to be on the week before. That is November 8th, which is coming up real soon. November 8th, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. Western European time, which is Ireland, Scotland, England. George Hutton, very popular in Europe. He's going to be a guest on November 8th, 3 p.m. Eastern. And on this Monday, a dear friend of mine and a brilliant international classical and Irish flautist, had an opportunity to work with her on a public television special with dear friend Tim Janis called Celtic Heart. And she was with Renee Nesbitt and Lynn Hillary and the Harp Twins and so many others. She is fantastic. She is funny. She's witty. She's beautiful inside and out. And she is an extraordinary flautist. And had an opportunity to interview her for backstage behind the scenes footage for the DVD of the public television special called Celtic Heart that we worked on with Tim Janis. She is going to be here this Monday. Now, this Monday, it's going to be a very special time, again, because she's Irish, but she lives in England. She lives in London. She's going to be live from London this Monday It's going to be on YouTube, again, at Jim Masters TV on our YouTube channel. So again, make sure you check out our YouTube channel. All of the episodes, all 25 weeks of the Jim Masters Show live series are there for you to watch, to binge, to share, to enjoy. Hopefully they put a smile on your face. Jim Masters TV. We invite you to subscribe to the channel, click that notification bell so you don't miss anything. This on Monday will be exclusively on our YouTube channel, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and England. That's Western European time. She's going to be live and direct, and she's going to perform for us as well, live and direct from London, England, live and direct on Monday. Again, so Monday's show is going to be, and that's November 2nd, this Monday. Emer McGoon is her name, Emer McGoon, and she is brilliant. She's going to be here Monday, this coming Monday, the 2nd of November, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, England. Spread the word, tell your friends. It's going to be brilliant, and we're going to love it. And she's all excited, and we were just chatting today. She's going to be here exclusively. Tomorrow night, we have somebody very special. This is Joan D. Firestone. She is an acclaimed arts education advocate, and we're going to be talking about some brilliant projects that she's worked on over the years, some incredible things that she's involved in now, and we have a lot of great celebrity material to show you and just some really special things. That is tomorrow night. She's going to be with us tomorrow night. Of course, on Saturday, and that's 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Facebook and YouTube tomorrow. On Saturday is the Halloween costume party show. Tomorrow's Friday, so get those last-minute photos in. If you want to have us show them on the actual Halloween costume party show, make sure we get those photos by tomorrow, which is Friday, hard to believe, it's the 30th of October already tomorrow. So if we can get them by Friday, maybe about 10 p.m. Eastern time, because it's going to take us time to download them all and then upload them so we can get them on the show for Saturday night's Halloween costume party episode. So where do you send them? You send those photos to jimmasterstv at gmail.com. jimmasterstv@gmail.com. That's the show's email address. Send the photos, Halloween photos, could be costumes, decorations, you in a costume, your kids, grandkids, your pets, maybe your pet's in a costume. We used to put our dogs and some of our cats in costumes over the years when we were kids. So that is jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Friday, try to get those last minute photos in. We received a lot of cool photos this week. Thanks to everybody for sending them. And then on Saturday, we're going to have a cool time with a Halloween costume party. And there's a few surprise lovities who are going to be joining us as well. Sunday, we've got an amazing guest. He has been the voice of so many animated characters. This is British American voice actor and announcer Neil Ross. He's here 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live on the Jim Masters Show live this Sunday. Neil Ross, award-winning, renowned. He is extraordinary. He's an actor. He's a voice actor, and he's been the voice of so many incredible characters. He's here on Sunday. As I mentioned again, award-winning Irish flautist Amir Magoon is going to be here 3 p.m. Eastern on YouTube on Monday as well. We do have another announcement coming up on Saturday, November 7th, which is hard to believe is a week from this Saturday. We have another brilliant and very popular Irish singer and songwriter. He's 21 years old. He is off the charts. He's got a new CD out. This is Oscar Blue, live and direct from Dublin, Ireland, a week from this Saturday night. He's going to be here on Saturday, November 7th. That's going to be a special time again, because he's going to be live and direct from Ireland. So that'll be 3 p.m. Eastern. All of this is, if you want to know more, all you have to do is go to our YouTube channel and you can see all of the upcoming shows. Not all of them, but the ones we're talking about now. The others we still have to process and upload. On Facebook at Jim Masters TV, you can also see the roster, as we go along, of some of the ones that are coming up, the events as well. On our YouTube channel, on Saturday, November 7th, that's a week from tomorrow, this Saturday, November 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and England. And again, that's why we're doing the show earlier, because we broadcast the show from the Eastern time zone. The greater New York area between New York and Boston is where we are. So everything generates from the Eastern time zone, and then we look at the rest of the time zones. So we're doing this show at 3 p.m. on Saturday, the 7th of November, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. in Ireland, Scotland, and England. So all of his fans and family and friends can also see it live. It'll be exclusively on our YouTube channel at Jim Masters TV, the Jim Masters Show live on YouTube at Jim Masters TV, live exclusively a week from Saturday on November 7th, 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific, 8 p.m. live in Ireland, Scotland, England, Western European time. Places like the Netherlands and Sweden, places like that, Italy, it'll be 9 p.m. So still early enough for people to watch and enjoy. There's the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to it and click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content. We have a lot of content on there that's not even related to our entertainment lifestyle talk show series. And we're going to be loading it up with a lot more Masters mantras and all kinds of cool stuff. We've got a lot of cool things planned. We're really building behind the scenes here. So this is a very, very popular Irish singer-songwriter. He's 21 years old. He's really popular, Spotify, everywhere else. Oscar Blue. He's here exclusively on November 7th. A lot of Irish performers, direct and live from Ireland, a lot of European performers too, and I'm really excited about that. He's all excited to be here, and he's going to be here on November 7th, 3 p.m., exclusively on the YouTube channel. And coming up next week, we have Bruce Ginn, and he is here, and he is an incredible singer and songwriter, and he's from a very popular group called Big Rain. They have sold countless albums. They do soul, and they do folk, and they do rock, and they do country, and so much more. And Bruce is going to be here next week on our show, and we're looking forward to that. He's going to be here on Thursday, which is the 5th of November. And that's going to be live as well. And we're looking forward to that. So we got a lot of cool guests coming up, and that doesn't even scratch the surface. And thanks to everybody who wants to pop on our show, all of the folks that are, and everybody who's been, telling us, and all the people who have been suggesting coming on the show. And we really, really appreciate that. That means, the world to us. And again, we didn't start this show with guests, but so many people want to pop on. If you know somebody that you think would like to be a guest on the show as well, let us know. Right now, we're pretty much booked. November is booked solid, and we're looking at the middle of December and into January. We're also going to do some special Christmas shows. The wonderful Paulette McWilliams is going to be coming back on our show as well. I think it's Friday, the 17th or 18th of December. We're going to do a special Christmas show with her. She's all excited. But if you have a suggestion of, and the guests don't have to always be just from music or from stage or television or film or what have you. We have guests because this is a variety of life. It could be scientists and health and wellness and food, culinary arts and chefs and people doing good things and positive things, comedy and comedians, writers, authors, everybody. I love to have a variety of people here on the show joining me because we have a lot of fun, but also we learn something. So that's what it's all about. So there's the address for the show, the email address. And a number of you have actually suggested guests, which we really appreciate, and they've been coming on. So, you know, yeah, they listen to the viewers, and they watch the show too. They get a feel for the show. A lot of the guests watch the show in advance to see, you know, what is happening and what to expect. Even though sometimes you never know what to expect because anything happens when you're live, which I love. They get a good feel for the show and the positive vibe. So if you have a idea, feel free. We love that. All right. And again, one more time, there's that YouTube channel. The Halloween costume party, again, is coming up on the 31st, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. That's going to be great. That's exclusively on the YouTube channel, Jim Masters TV. So check that out. And again, final day to get the photos in to us tomorrow, Friday. And let's see. Oh, wow. We got a lot of comments coming in here. We'll try to go through a few of these before we wrap up. And again, George Hutton, incredible performer, coming here on November 8th. And then following week, on that following Sunday, Phil Coulter. All right, let's see. Oh, you want to know about the cookies, right? All right, let's wrap up here. Wow, 3 hours, 29 minutes. Time to stretch these legs. So look at these, right? I know you guys like food. These are just a few of the cookies that came in this extraordinary box this week. Actually, we were able to, it's been a busy week. We haven't had a chance to get over to that post office, but we got there today. And Phil's book was there. Phil Coulter's books were there. And a big box with love. I also got some beautiful things from Ann and Randy Dorman. They were on our show, you know, the music producers in Nashville, and they sent some beautiful material too. So if you guys are watching, thank you so very much. Beautiful Christmas CD and so much more. These cookies are incredible chocolate chip cookies, and there's a bunch more wrapped up. They smell good. If I could, I wish I could share. Truly wish. I wish we were all around the same table, and we could pass the cookies around and just have a lot of fun. But my dear friend, one of our special guests, one of our viewers as well, and Lovities, who's a dear friend, Tess LaBella. Yes, actress, comedian, and voice artist Tess LaBella. We were talking about, if you remember, during the interview, or not interview, conversation. We were talking about cookies and Christmas cookies and all that cool stuff. And she remembered that. And she says, I'm going to send you something special. And she did. She baked these chocolate chip cookies, which I can't believe she went through that trouble. And I can't wait to go down to Florida to break bread at some point. We're able to fly and do all that. She sent these from South Florida. They're not boxed. They're not, you know, Chips Ahoy. They are chunky. They are big. They are the real deal. Look at that. That one almost looks like a heart. Look at that. Don't you want to go right in there and grab it? They're really, really delicious. And they're, you know, soft and chewy and moist and delicious. So thank you, Tess. Thank you very much. A very beautiful, heartfelt. I know you're loving the show. I know you've been sending me these beautiful messages, and right back at you, Tess. Thank you, my friend, for the lovity and for their fantastic cookies, these chocolate chip cookies. Again, these are just a few of the cookies in a big box that were sent that she just freshly baked. That is truly amazing. The cookbooks that have come in, I mean, the Stroop waffles from Willie and Holland, I mean, it's been a blessing, and nobody has to do any of these things, but I truly value and appreciate some of these surprises here. This is really, hopefully we're delivering a gift to you every night with our series. We're lightening the load for you. We're putting a smile on your face. We're entertaining you. We're inspiring you. We're educating you. We're informing you. And we're taking, hopefully, at least the time that we're together, some moments to take you away from all the realities of life. Not that we forget about the realities of life, but maybe in the time that we're together, we have some fun, and we cherish our time together and what life's all really about. So thank you, Tess, and thank all of you for the wonderful comments and so much more. Yes, too, you're right. George Hutton has sung with Phil Coulter. That's right, and that's part of that arrangement. And Roy Buckley, another amazing talent. Forgot Roy. Roy Buckley is a fantastic talent. He's coming on our show as well, live and direct from Ireland too. We've got some brilliant people coming on. And let's see. I'm trying to think. Glenn Scarpelli's coming on. He was in One Day at a Time on CBS. You know, that legendary TV series. He's coming on November 11th. And a few surprises. I don't want to say all of it yet. Jim, does that help you also keep the handle of the headset off your soft spots on your head to keep you from getting a headache? That's a good idea. You know, I never thought of that. These are very light. They're small. If I can show these. These are very small. They're very light. They pull a little bit, but they're very, very light. Some people have the real heavy ones. The hat, actually, I didn't even think about that. It probably could do that. So, you know, the pulling down, you don't feel the pressure of the pulling down. But yeah, the hat also controls the long hair. The hair, we haven't had it cut since March. We're just having fun with it, you know. We'll get it at some point, but we're just having fun, and a lot of people seem to be enjoying it. So this is so cool. I can't wait till my hair is all natural, white and silver. Won't have to color it. That's cool. That's funny. You were coloring your hair during the show. Love it. LOL to you as well. Let's see. Where did we leave off? I'm going to try to get a few more comments in here, and then we got to wrap up. This is tomorrow night's show won't be as long. It'll be a shorter program. Let's see. Yes, Oscar Blue is going to be here. Jim, can't wait to see the future guests as well. Absolutely. What else? Sherry says, I love the show tonight and the laughs are so welcome. Thank you, Michael and Jim. My pleasure. And Francis and Jennifer are talking about hair colors. Kathy says, good night, Jim. Thanks for a fun-filled show. My pleasure as well. Thanks to all of you for being with us this evening and still with us. Thank you for sharing these wonderful evenings and afternoons with us. Have a very relaxing night. I try to, my days are really busy with my professional work on the air, but I try to chime in during the day on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and some of the other places as well. You can find me in all those places at Jim Masters TV. And I try to check in, maybe share some photos, share some light and levity with all of you during the day on my Facebook page, Jim Masters TV, on Instagram and Twitter at Jim Masters TV as well. You can find me in all those usual suspect places. And just wanted to see a couple more fine comments coming in here. And then we're going to put these feet up and rest them. Thank you, Jim, for another great night. Everyone stay safe and stay well. You too, Bernadette. Thank you very much. Francis says, Jim, this is wonderful about all the shows planned ahead. In the end, it makes it all worth it. You give it your all. Thank you. Love, Francis. Thank you very much. Sending you love back. We need smell-o-vision. Those cookies look good. They are delicious. I've had 5 of them already. I even snuck one, if you saw it during the show, and Michael was having a kick with it too. Yes, of course. Good guess, Marcia. Cookies and milk, yum. I know. Yeah, let's head to Tess's. Tess is a sweet person, absolutely. We like kind people on our show. Her show was terrific. I know you mentioned Alice in England as well. There are several of them. We try to have a good time as much as we can. Kathleen, still with us. Thank you very much, my friend. I would love to share one of these cookies with you. You're not that far away from me, but hopefully one of the days we will. Again, I still remember when we were on the Rachel Ray show together. Wasn't that cool, Kathleen? Actually, there on the Rachel Ray show. We'll have to do that again when we can. You are a special. Oh, thank you. So are you. Have a great night, Jim. Good night, all. You too, Kathleen. Sleep well. Your shows are a bright spot, Jim. Thank you, Bernadette. I really appreciate that. That means a lot. It really does. It means a lot. We're not just haphazardly doing these shows. We're doing them for a reason. Yes, I remember the Jetsons. Ask for food, it comes right out to you. I know if this was the Jetsons or if this was Jeannie, she could blink those cookies to you. She's in her bottle there, Jeannie. You got to see George tonight, Gilligan, and Silver's here. I promise, Jennifer, on the Halloween costume party show, Saturday, we'll have Lin on, okay? I know you've been asking for that big panda, which was sent to me as a gift for the birthday. Lin will make an appearance on the Halloween costume party show this Saturday night. Silver's here from our TV shoot in Europe. I know you guys ask for these characters. I just need more arms to reach them all. They're all around us, and Jimmy's there, and he says hello as well. There you go. Put smiles on your faces, right? It's been an interesting year. I just want to thank you all personally for the beautiful words you post on my social media pages and the private messages you send and on Instagram and Facebook. And I try to get back to everybody. I can't always do it as quickly as I would like to because I'm very busy with the professional stuff and putting all these shows together, but I try to answer people as quick as I can, and I really appreciate them. They mean a great deal. Tesla Bella. Here's looking at you, my friend. Love you dearly. Best compliment was watching you eating them. There will be more around Christmas. Oh boy, all my levity, Jim. It was my pleasure. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. And if it puts a smile on your face to see me eat these, like I said to Michael earlier tonight on the show, I aim to please. These are amazing. Does Pillsbury still do those Pillsbury Blue Ribbon Awards? I mean, my mother always got that big book, that Pillsbury. My mother loves to bake too. Come from a family of people who love to cook and bake and everything, spoiled. And I remember looking through that and seeing the blue ribbon. You get the blue ribbon from the Jim Masters show live. You get our blue ribbon, Tesla Bella, there in South Florida. I just need a glass of milk. I have to go get some of that in the kitchen. Good stuff. Love it. And love you, Tess. Very beautiful thing to do, to send me cookies, fresh baked from your oven. The ovens of La Bella. I love it. Very beautiful thing. Thank you again, Tess. Very special. All of you are special. You are coloring your hair and watching at the same time. You can do two things at once. I have many skills. Well, Jennifer, you should send us your email address. Maybe we can tie you into the Halloween show. You seem so perfect for our Halloween show. Why don't you send us a message at jimmasterstv@gmail.com, jimmasterstv@gmail.com, and maybe we'll have you a part of our Halloween costume party, and you can dress up in one of your costumes. Shoot us an email at jimmasterstv@gmail.com. Good night. Fun. Fun being the fact check. That was so much fun that we were having with Ralph and you and Michael. And, I was just trying to keep that fun going. I just loved it. That was a lot of fun. Always great when you're with us, Marianne, as well. Francis, yeah, we watched you enjoy that cookie for real. Lynn will make an appearance on the Halloween costume party show on Saturday. Yes, our Rachel Ray Day was awesome. So much fun. Can't wait for more fun days with you. You as well, Kathleen. And the Dodgers took the World Series. And I guess congratulations. I'm still, they left Brooklyn, New York. My father, such a big New York, Brooklyn Dodger fan. But then went to the Mets. So that's how we fell in love with the Mets and went to all the Mets games. So congratulations to all the Dodgers fans. Too bad Tampa Bay didn't pull it out, but they gave it their all, and their hockey team won Stanley Cup. So congratulations to Tampa, and congratulations to everybody celebrating the Dodgers win. They hadn't won in 30 years. So I like sometimes when teams that haven't won in sports, teams that haven't won in a long time, like the time when the New York Rangers hockey team won. That was like, because it had been since, and even the Boston Red Sox, even though I root for the New York teams, the Red Sox, when they won, it had been like 90 years since they won. So it's kind of cool when teams do get a chance to win for their fans. So the fans get a chance in their lifetime to celebrate. Chocolate chip, my favorite, wink, wink, getting in on the action, Kathleen. I share. Well, I try to. Your mouth is watering. Love chocolate chip cookies. These are incredible. Blue ribbon winner. Absolutely. You got it, Tess. Go into your supermarket tomorrow and let everybody know that, you know what? I just thought of something. We have not done Viewer of the Week in a while. So I'm going to announce it right now. And for anybody who's still not with us, I will tell them tomorrow. Tess LaBella, we do something here on the show we've done since almost the beginning, maybe a month after, maybe in June. We have done Viewer of the Week. You are now going to be our new Viewer of the Week on the Jim Master Show. What we do is I celebrate one of our viewers who's with us all the time, who shares the links, tells everybody about the show, spreads the love, and loves the YouTube channel, and just all these things to help us along with the program. So Tess LaBella, I'm announcing right now that you are our next Jim Master Show Live Viewer of the Week. You've been really, really active. We've been chatting every day. You sent the cookies. You've been suggesting even guests. You've been doing all these wonderful things, and I love it. Tess LaBella, we love you. Everybody, round of applause for our next Viewer of the Week. Passing that baton to Tess LaBella. Isn't that cool? You're the Viewer of the Week. So when you go into your supermarket, not only can you tell everybody that you are our blue ribbon winner for the chocolate chip cookies on our show, you are our next Viewer of the Week. Very cool. It's been a prominent list of people who have been the Viewer of the Week. Kathleen Walker, Marion Kelly, Renee Oscom. I mean, it's been a list of people. Merlin, Willie in Holland, all Viewers of the Week, and now you are as well. Yes, and here comes all the lovity. Viewer of the Week, Tess LaBella. You are very welcome. You can go into the supermarket and say, I'm the Viewer of the Week on the Jim Master Show Live. See? Congratulations, Tess. Well earned. Our Viewer of the Week, everybody, Tess LaBella. Congratulations. We raise a glass to Tess and to all of you. And we'll mention it again for those who maybe they went to bed if they're in, watching in Japan or something, and they're in bed because it's late. It's tomorrow already for them. She's our next Viewer of the Week. Congratulations to you, Tess. You can wear that crown proudly. Absolutely. You're going to try to send a picture to see if you recognize me in it. Great. Send the picture for the Halloween costume party show. You love dressing up on Halloween. Fabulous, Bernadette. Send us a picture, or that would be cool. Way to a man's heart is through his stomach. That will always change. That will never change. What are we talking about? That'll never change. Congratulations to Tess. Congratulations. Tess has been also very, very active in sharing the links, tagging people, telling everybody about the show. There's even some guests coming on, and she's been really active ever since she was, and before she even came on, she was watching the show as a viewer. They she and her husband watched the show like an entire weekend almost, all these episodes. She's a real lovety as a guest on the show and as a faithful viewer, as opposed to being like a casual in and out person or tuning in maybe once a month or something. She's here all the time, like many of you are, which I think is amazing. I'd love to hopefully get each one of you to eventually be a Viewer of the Week. Marcia congratulates Tess, and Jennifer does as well. Bernadette does. Kathleen does. Kathleen was a Viewer of the Week as well. And a few more comments, and then we will wrap things up here. Christine Clifton was Viewer of the Week as well. We do appreciate all your time and effort put into all these great shows week after week, month after month. An extra fun, lovely show with Michael tonight. Can't wait to get that package from you. We're going to start cooking. Christine, foodie. You're in great company. Thank you, Tess. And Christine says, congratulations, Tess. Absolutely. All right. Tess LaBella, our viewer of the week. Cookies and all. Thank you, gang. We're going to wrap up. Don't forget, as we always say, sometimes I have to make sure I don't forget, relax, breathe, take care of one another, love one another. Go out and vote, create, think about the things that matter most in life, count those blessings, those joys. You guys are a joy and blessing, and we thank you very, very much for watching, especially, this extended. This was an extended one tonight. Every once in a while, we have a show or two that's a little extended because we have so much fun. And I don't, sometimes I have to go to another thing, or I have to have an early morning, or I'm on the air in the morning early, so we don't have almost 4-hour shows. But tonight was a lot of fun with all of you. And I like to do, when I can, I like to chat with you guys too. I know when we have guests, we have so much fun, but, the show isn't about just having a guest on and then boom, we're out. One of the things I love most about doing the show is hosting as I do, and just chatting with all of you and getting to know you and you getting to know me and having a good time together. Thank you, lovelies. We are all blessed to have the Jim Masters Show. Thank you, Tess. I really appreciate that. You're amazing. Kathy says, congratulations, Tess. Bernadette says, good night and be well. You too, Bernadette. Francis says, haha, Jim, good night. Good night. See you all tomorrow. Please stay safe, everyone. We'll be back 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, live right here on the Jim Masters Show live. We thank you for your time and your attention. This is your host, Jim Masters. Thank you for your time this time. Till next time, which is tomorrow. That's about it. I've had these cookies, but I'm dying for one of those Trader Joe's popsicles. The 3-tier ones that have it's raspberry on top. I think it's mango in the middle, and it's strawberry on the bottom on a stick. And they're smooth, and I think we're going to have one of those. And then I won't have any sugar for a month. All right, gang, we're going to wrap up. Have we forgot anything? I think we took care of everything. And get those photos in if you can by tomorrow, jimmasterstv@gmail.com, if you want to have them displayed right here exclusively on our Halloween costume party show this Saturday. It's going to be fun. See you tomorrow night. You too, Jennifer. Lovely hugs to you, Christine, as well. Those popsicles are delicious. They are. Hugs to you as well, Bernadette. Sugar high for you, Jim. I don't know what you were asking, what was in those chocolate chip cookies. They were just chocolate chip cookies that were delicious. We never found out what was in MICHAEL McASSEY's glass, that big glass. And he said there was no water in that glass. I wonder what was in it. Anyway, we thank him for being on the show as well. And again, tomorrow night, Joan Firestone will be here. She's wonderful and she's amazing. And don't forget, we've got a great show on Saturday, the Halloween show. Sunday, incredible voice actor, brilliant announcer, British and American voice actor Neil Ross is here on Sunday. Award-winning Irish flautist, live and direct from London, 3 p.m. Eastern. Emer McGoon is going to be here for a special show on Monday. And more. Thanks to Michael McAssey for joining us on the show tonight as well. We had a blast. Good stuff. We also thank our friends at LMG, Lanka Music Group, for their love and time and attention. They love the show as well. We love them. Don't forget, share the levity and put a smile on your face and others as well. Share that levity and find the Zen place, wherever that may be. Mine is with loved ones and friends. Of course, numero uno, our family and friends, colleagues, my work, my career, music and writing and cycling and tennis, and of course, the ocean. living along the coast here. We're blessed with the ocean. Whatever your Zen place is, find it, especially now, and just enjoy. That's a wrap, folks. We're going to say goodnight. Yes, you can send a picture by 8 p.m. tomorrow night, Eastern time. Do that. Do that. Michael, the drink, we wonder. I know. I'll try to find out. We're going to probably text each other. All right, gang. You have a good night. You be safe. You be well. Thanks for all the time. We had a blast tonight. There was a lot of photos and a lot of content tonight, so we wanted to squeeze as much as we can in. And it was great chatting with all of you. Thanks for joining us on the show. You are a gift every night, and this is a gift to be able to do this. So we say au revoir. It's a pleasure, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And we'll keep it going as long as you guys are there. All right, gang? Pumpkin says goodnight as well. Be well. We're not good goodnight people, are we? No, or goodbye people. We'll just say see you later. We'll never get out of here if we just keep saying goodnight. We'll just have to say see you later or see you tomorrow. God bless is a good one too. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody. Be well. Take care. And thanks for joining us in this episode of the Jim Master Show Live. Take care. Good night.